Oh, that was nasty work.
I will be one of the greatest, that is a vow, yeah, that is a promise. Always wanted to be famous, just being real, yeah, just being honest. My haters won't always be nameless, give them no clout, I give them no power. Creators no different, they ancient, sooner than later, all will be ours. I keep an eye out for the numbers, I stay in contact, synchronization. To infinity, even beyond it, I am a common, no destination. A lot of things I am above, and there are a lot of things that are above me. Do not go for the people I love, cause then I get scary, then I get ugly, yeah. Ain't no problem when I'm not equation. Present, noted, observation. I'm not new here, reborn creation. Amen, I me, sending location.
Please don't try me, cause it might be the day I wild out. See, I'll be wrong if I crash out, but you're the one who didn't watch things now. So you got to deal with whatever comes the next time I see you. You better run, I'm not the one, you better run, I'm not the one, one more time. See, I'll be wrong if I crash out, but you're the one who didn't watch things now. So you got to deal with whatever comes the next time I see you. You better run, please don't try me, please don't try me, please don't try me, please don't try me.
Hey, Miss R, one of my faves, Miss Regina is in the building. What up? What up? What up? Make sure you guys go like and subscribe to Miss Regina page. How you guys doing today? How you guys doing today? I had to set the tone off, okay? I had to set the tone off. So, good afternoon, first and foremost. I hope you guys are doing great. I am. We had a lot of things going on. What up, so fly, my boo? What up, my boo? All my boos is in the building. I appreciate it. Yes, Miss Regina. Shout out to Miss Regina. She is the brainchild behind the banner contest that has got you guys all excited. And I want to give Juicy his props because you know what? Uppity has given a lot of these bitches ideas, and they took my shit and pretending like they was theirs, and then try to play me. So shout out to Juicy for acknowledging the genius, and Miss Regina, and giving her flowers. So that way she might help you with more. So without further ado, my special guest, y'all already know who's in the building. Hey, Edie.
Hey, Uppity, how are you?
I'm okay. And yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. You know, I was preoccupied last night, so.
I know, child. And I ain't even mad at it. I love that for you. And much as they want to say I have a crush on you, no, I just like my friends. I'm kind of territorial with my friends, but it is what it is. Hey, Weary Nightstand, how you doing?
Exactly. You know
Hey,
what?
Miss Regina said, "Welcome back."
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I am not officially back, but I do appreciate that. Thank you.
My so fly, glad to see you too. But you know, you have been missed on these streets. I hope you know that. We have missed you.
Man, you know, I just be feeling like I don't know, they really be it's a lot of copycats and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And I think like
True,
people,
true.
unoriginal people, the ones that copy off of you, those are the ones that want people to, you know, act like you being like slept on out. However, they taking everything that you say and everything that you do. They're not coming up with an original thought. So, you know, it's nice to influence people.
Yeah, and and B sector, we love original minds that could, give us some good content. So that's probably the main reason they was like, we want to know what Heidi got going on, so we can know how to move. So, Heidi, why don't you
Right.
open us up? What's good?
Well, yesterday I was watching YouTube cameras and I seen James and Rico. I seen their interaction, and I wanted to know from you, like, what do you think of them possibly doing a competition? Was you excited about that?
Actually, I was very excited, and I'm happy you asked me about that because I didn't get to see Mother whole lot, but I guess I'm sawing towards the end. I thought he was doing a drive by, but when I see, I got to catch his replay because anyway, Mother, because I did see Rico. Rico, let me say this, Rico, you did because I'm impartial to both, right?
Mm,
Both I have had my issues with both of these men. So I did see Rico starting it though. He was in the chat talking about mother cleans his collard greens and something. I forgot. So then out of nowhere, I was watching the chat because I was on the panel.
mm.
And he was challenging him to a cook off. So then I was like, I didn't think nothing was gonna come of it. But then when James hit the link and said, is this LSA boss? What up? What up? I'm glad to see you. Because you know, sometimes when y'all disappear like that, we don't know what's going on. So I'm so happy to see you here, LSA boss. Best wishes for you. But so I'm thinking like nothing's gonna come of this, right? So
Mm,
then James hit the link. And he's like,
mm.
yeah, let's do it. No money, you versus me. So I'm like, oh, maybe we're gonna have some good content. Let's see. Because these people, him and Rico been battling since forever, right?
Yeah.
So then he was like, he was letting Rico pick order because I was wondering like, why you don't want to pick nothing? He's like, you pick this, and then so Rico went from 3 meats to 2, and then this I was like, okay, we were trying to give some inclusion because I'm like, okay, let's see this happen. I think it'll be good. I think Jay Dunn wanted to host it because we was like, it's a Thanksgiving dinner. That's gonna probably be an all day thing. So how is this gonna go? We didn't even get to that point though because James kept asking him like, how many people? How many people? And he was like, I'm cooking for myself and did this and did that. So me, I'm like, and then James just dropped down. So I thought he wasn't gonna do it. That's what he said. Like, oh, I thought
Well,
so.
what was the point of him saying how many people? I didn't understand that. Like,
Because it's a Thanksgiving meal, right? So that's what I'm guessing he was saying it. And that's why I took the road I took. And I just want James to know this because I did want to watch in his live later. Yeah, me and you don't get along at the best of time, but when James is doing something fun, I like it. I'll stay in the clouds, but I'm watching it and I'll even share depending on how good it is, right? So I was just thinking they could have a Thanksgiving cook-off, but they had two different points in life, right? James
mm,
is cooking for a family, and Rico said that he may have a guest coming over, but at the very least, he's gonna cook for himself. So I'm like, okay, let's keep it like how you wanted it. Because you did bring up the 3 meats. So I was thinking, like, okay, why don't you do a whole turkey wing, with the drumstick attached? Because that's a lot of meat, right?
yeah.
You can even separate the like if it was me, I would have separated the drumstick from the turkey wing and did like some type of stuffed turkey wing. I mean turkey leg or whatever. And then I would like do a whole turkey legs because it's just him, and do what else I would say? Do a Cornish hen instead of a whole chicken. And then for your meat, do like they got them ribs that they sell by half of the pack. Get that. So that way you're still cooking the same quantity of food, but it's not the same you know what I'm saying, the same amount. So that way I was thinking that was keeping it fair. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
wasn't gonna look. Yeah, I think James just got this thing. I don't know. A lot of people do that about me if I argue with them. So he thought I just wanted to do it to Jack. No, I just wanted some content, like he said. He said, I know y'all tired of these scamming people, and you know who he was directing that to, Poverty and all of them. So he was calling them out for their scamming and saying how he's not gonna feed them anymore. He ain't feeding them shit. So I think James took that opportunity to call out
Well,
Rico
to,
and
to be
also the
fair,
trifecta. Go ahead.
I mean, what has James like? I mean,
That's
I
what he
just
said so far.
you know,
Realistically, he doesn't need that much food cooked. Exactly. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
the interesting thing is like where my mind goes is like what has James really he really acts like he's this is God, this guru around here. And it's like, what have you brought? Like like you are not that guy, bro. You are not. Like you don't bring no fucking content. The last few lives sucked. And it's just like, I mean, in big time. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, shut the fuck up, get in the kitchen, put your ham hocks and Crisco and turkey necks and turkey backs and thighs and lard, put that shit where your mouth is and get in the damn kitchen. Rico called you out. Let's go. Stop bitching, stop complaining, and get your punk ass in. Because you ain't brought you haven't brought no content. We're still waiting on the content. You haven't brought shit. I mean, he was like I think like one of his recent lives, he was talking about old shit. Like, how many times are y'all gonna talk about Beef Sector circa 1994? When are we gonna move on with our lives? When are you gonna talk about the present? We can't talk about the present because you're not bringing shit in the present. And then you got this raggedy ass ship that you want everybody to get on, one of the worst. But you got this raggedy ass ship that you want everybody to get on, and everybody's just supposed to just shut up until you come up with that crappy ass content so that we can drag you for that shit. And that whole thing. But it's like Rico challenged you to a cooking duel. Be a man and step up to the fucking plate and do it. Like what like if he because he really acts like he's like the Gordon Ramsay. He can cook and shit like that. He's always cooking stuff for himself in the middle of the night. So why can't he accept the challenge for once? It's just so sad. You brag about you being this top tier person, but then when you're called to the floor, you run like a bitch. I can't take it. I just can't take it, uppity.
But with my thing, I can play devil advocates here. I think that Rico called him out for the wrong cooking challenge, because at the end of the day, if James is cooking for a bunch of people, the time thing is not. It's going to be off. But Rico did start this. I wanted to say, like,
True.
I think Rico probably should have called him out for maybe a New Year's Eve meal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And or something simple, or maybe something that's not a holiday, because it's not like
And
you
it's
don't
last
cook the
minute.
thing. Yeah. In this last minute, and at the
Right.
same time, because you're gonna need longer cooking times to cook a whole turkey versus a turkey wing. You know what I'm saying? So the
Right.
time amount is different. So I think he's saying that Rico used him. He's feeling like Rico used him to try to get some cash apps for the holidays. I don't know if he did or not. Like I said, I think
I,
he
I
do
don't
want to
think
challenge
so.
him. Yeah, yeah. I don't think. Yeah, I think he just wanted to challenge him, but I think he picked the wrong situation, and that made Mother be able to, like, not Mother, James be able to be like, oh, gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Versus whether he would have just been non-emotional about the situation and do a challenge, like maybe like let's do the dessert. You know what I'm saying? Because you can make an equal
Yeah.
dessert,
And it could
for
have been something
Thanksgiving.
quick, but
Yes.
even if, let's say, this was a last minute thing, which it is obviously, and it's real.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna cook anyway, so I mean, it really you can make something. You're gonna be cooking anyways.
Right.
And unfortunately, James's mother has to eat that slop. Let's keep her in our thoughts. But yeah. So the thing is that James did not offer Rico an alternative. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say, well, let's do it on this date. He was just like, I don't want to do it, and I'm not gonna make something. I'm not gonna with some Marie Calendar frozen shit. And I'm
But
thinking to
that was
myself,
funny as fuck. Like, you
yeah,
gotta be old
but
school to realize what he was saying.
but the
That's like,
whole thing, right. But the thing is, man, this is not the case right now. Rico is actually wanting to cook something, and let's go. Let's go. You know
and
what
you
I'm
know what
saying?
made me feel bad? Even though I don't normally get along with Rico, and he did not start with me when he started saying like how he don't got no family. And at this time of day, I think Rico just was looking for, this is holiday time. People get depressed. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
I
right.
feel like Rico was just trying to do something. Like, I think he may not like James, but he known James for so long. It's something familiar for him. Because, a lot of people, like, what up, Canola? A lot of people like to fight. So I think he was just looking for something to do and have interaction during the holidays. But he just picked the wrong thing. And he was speaking of his emotion. I think it would have been smart if he'd be like, okay, we're gonna have a Thanksgiving duo with the holiday desserts. You make a dessert, I'll make a dessert. It's something simple. You could have had the same. Hey, what up, Charlie? You could have had the same, how you say, balance. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe we could do sweet potato pie, or I think he said he don't know how to do whatever pie or whatever dessert he want to cook. He could have cooked that dessert, and then James could have made it in more maximum. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus saying, let's do a meal. Hey, TMO.
I just think it's a crock. Everything, James, he didn't put his food, his turkey necks and ham hocks where his mouth was. And I just think that this is a goddamn sham. And
No,
and
you
I
can't do
I,
that,
I
Dee
think
Dee. No, Rico
I,
started this.
I th-
Rico
he
started
did
it.
start it. He started, but guess what? When someone challenges you to a damn duel, you accept if you're about that life.
Yeah,
And
he
that's the
did
problem.
accept. Under
My God.
that's the problem. He accepted under Rico conditions. Rico put because Rico said let's do 3 meets, and then Rico wanted down to 2 because I think he realized, oh, I'm talking that big shit. And then when he put the spotlight on him, he was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm doing too much. He even started admitting that he don't know how to cook this and he don't know how to cook that or whatever. So yeah, he started it. But I think that it was a great idea in theory. But if he wasn't so emotional, I think he should have stuck to maybe a Thanksgiving dessert because James,
Arrangements
yeah.
arrangements could have been made, and
Yeah.
whatever like
Yeah,
whatever
I
needed to
agree.
be
I
done.
felt like he should have. No, I agree. I
Yeah.
felt like why not do that? Because once Rico started talking about, oh, I ain't got nobody here in New York City, I ain't got this. I was like, oh, I felt kind of bad for him. Maybe it's the Pisces in me. So I'm like, yeah, James, you could have did that. But James, like when he don't like you, he just go real. He just doesn't have any
But
sympathy.
it's just like the energy. I just didn't like it. It's like, be a fucking sport. You get
Yeah, he
commentary.
definitely
Everybody,
kicked him while he was
but the
down. He definitely did that. Go
but the
ahead.
thing is that, be a fucking sport. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough that James doesn't have any real commentary to talk about outside of talking about some old shit that we don't give a fuck about. Now that you actually have time, actually have an opportunity to make content in the present, he falls to the wayside. It's bullshit, uppity, and you know it damn well. And
No, I don't
also,
think.
I
No, in
want you
this
to
case, I'm telling you,
going.
Heidi, I don't think it was bullshit. I think he should. What I do think is he should have showed some grace, especially after Rico's speech. You know what I'm saying? But Rico
Yeah,
is the one that started it, made the rules, and then he kind of scaled it back. But like I
you're
tell
absolutely right.
people, when you have to know people's personalities. Like certain people, they wait for you to get set up. Like James is like a Ness in that sort of way. You know what I'm saying? They really love to get you out there just so they can kick you further. Like they love to set you up for the fail or for the
Yes.
okie dokie. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know that about him. So why even go there? You know?
Yeah, and that's true. And like I said, my thoughts go out to James's mother, who has to, sit around the table and eat that slop that he's gonna cook in that haunted house of his and nasty ass bathrooms. But back to the Secret Santa. Now, Ronnie Q came out of
Oh
nowhere,
God,
out of
child.
her. Let me just say this: out of
Her
her.
double chin retirement. Go ahead, Heidi. Let me be quiet because I gotta roast this bitch, but I'm gonna let you go.
Ronnie Q came out of her Trump psychosis that she's fucking in since Trump became the president. And let me tell you something, this is the United States of Trump. Do not disrespect. Okay, like I said, we had to deal with Biden for the last fucking, So why
Yeah,
can't
he's
we,
slow as on dementia on
my
steroids. Yeah, he's
but the
slow.
thing is, the problem with Ronnie Q is that she is such a self-serving, selfish, ugly, fat ass bitch, and it's just like, damn, ever since Trump became president, this woman has went crazy. She has went fucking nuts, and then that's all she's been able to talk about. She has fixated on Trump. Get over it. He's here. Whether you like the president and whoever the president is currently or not, he's here. So stop bitching about it and bring your ass back to the beast sector. Don't be coming to YouTube cameras trying to use her to promote your Secret Santa bullshit. Come up with a new idea, Ronnie Q. We getting tired of this bullshit, lady. Like, okay, we seen your flabby ass arm. A lot of these bitches are bad built around here. So what's the problem? Come on back.
Well, first of all, let's be honest, she been ran when her camera slip happened. I think Donald Trump was a good excuse. Like two things could be true at once. But at the end of the day, I think we've seen a lot of things. When they said that the SNAP benefits was going to be closed, we know the real people with the issue. They was on every link. And instead of admitting like, hey, if the SNAP do close, what can I do? What could help me? They wanted to reflect on uppity. No matter how many times I showed them my deep freezer and cabinets, we are okay over here. But we know these people are poor. We could tell by they begging in the past, just like Ronnie
Yeah.
Q. She swore to God she was under 150 pounds until that camera slip happened. Just like she was in the chat telling me to pick crabs out of my coochie, bitch, I ain't never been diagnosed with anything so much as is the cold downstairs. So I don't like nobody lying on me like that, bitch. Let's be truthful, Ron Q. You was out here like a Billy badass because nobody knew how the fuck you look, and you was going in on everybody looks, everybody's this and everybody that. But let's be honest, Ronnie. I have watched one. It was a while back. I watched one of Ronnie Q's supposedly political lives. This nigga came on a panel and ate her the fuck up. She don't know what the fuck she's talking about. She's a talking robot. And at the same time, she came out here to report a secret Santa. And meanwhile, the black people as a collective has been saying we are canceling Christmas because this is not only a response to Congress, but especially in response to Trump. This bitch don't know how to pick a side. She only knows struggle and whoever's going to help up out that shit. But she has to be more honest.
Well, we do have on record that Ronnie Q did say that her family did come from humble beginnings. The food stamps. And also I wanted to say that
Demon Soul, hold on. Demon Soul said, "Ain't nobody shaming me to do a Secret Santa." That part, Demon Soul. Like people
yeah,
worry about their own kids. You know how many people have been laid off because I think that a lot of one thing I liked about Trump is a lot of people thought it was going to affect a certain demographic. No, it's going to affect all of you entry level workers, all you non-progressive ass people, all of you, all of you, all of you. Trump has not done anything, in my opinion, to black people as a whole. When he's cutting off stamp, white women has been leading the numbers and stamps for years. Spanish people
exactly.
are up next. Black women are not at the top of that poll. It's the problem that you people have listened to agendas with Democrats, and the Democrats don't give a fuck about you either. They have done nothing, not even with your biracial president. Only thing he did was push through with gay rights. He ain't did shit for black people, but sing us some bad Al Green covers. The fuck out of here. You people need to do your motherfucking research. I support Trump because I like it. I like when people tell me straight up what they're gonna do to my face. I don't like you smiling in my face and signing bills behind my back. I don't like that shit. Thinking I'm stupid. I don't know what your fucking voting record is. The
You
fuck?
know, and speaking of struggles, the thing is that I seen that MU has came back into the fold, and she's trying to revive that raggedy ass channel over there. But the thing is that I'm feeling my heart goes out to Uncle Claude. I like to give a shout out to him because I love Uncle Claude, as a person. He's a great guy, bro.
And he's
But
a
the thing
great person. Yes,
but the
I
thing
agree.
is, does he deserve old, ran down, ran through puss and caved in puss that's old and wrinkled and why does he deserve that? I don't know if he deserves that. I think
I
he
don't think he deserves
deserves.
it either.
Who is a
Nope.
woman around here that Uncle Claude, one of the best? Who's
Well,
who's
MU
one?
tried to play him. MU tried to play him on YouTube cameras. She did try to play him, and she likes to what I call because I think she knows if she goes into certain communities, she will never be that girl. So Uncle Claude, he's made it known he want a woman. You know what I'm saying? But MU likes to play around with guys that
But
she can play around with.
don't let
Hey
this.
RNY, thank you, boo.
But
Molly.
don't let this time be this time where he's like going through his healing phase. Don't let that be a source of desperation. Don't, yeah, the whole thing with MU. He deserves more than just a slut with big jugs. And speaking of that, I honestly think that she has a small frame. I really do think that MU could benefit from a reduction because I really think that those jugs are caving in her back. And I love I love jugs, and all that. But I'm just saying, I think that they're caving her back in. It's a lot to support for such a small frame. I think she needs to reduce the size a couple of cups down. But that's just my opinion and going on. But because she's really very weirdly built, but I think that she would look like a lot better if she like reduced her jugs. Now going on and
I like this matchup, him and BBW. I like that matchup. They both don't have a problem catering to their men. So go ahead. But
him
MU, she prefers
Claude,
MU
Claude
likes
and
white men with the bag or black men that treat her dirty.
Claude and BBW.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good matchup.
I think it will be. I think it might be better than and it sounds more
Well,
reasonable,
can I ask you a
then
question? I didn't know that you had a problem with MU. Where your problems with MU stem from?
well, it's not necessarily like a problem, but the thing is, it's like it- it's just, some people like meat, for instance. Some people don't. She's just one of those meats that, and things like that. She's just one of those individuals. She just sucks and she brings nothing to the table. Absolutely nothing. And I'm just, and I think that she's really looking forward to this Claude and MU storyline because she's even pushing it. I seen her on YouTube cameras the other day, and I was just listening to the little subtle things that she was saying, and she was like, "What did she say?" I don't know. She was just saying these little flirty things and stuff like that or whatever, trying to string Uncle Claude along and shit like that. One of those raggedy braziers. She's
Right,
trying to
right.
string him along, and I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I look at Uncle Claude like like an uncle actually. And I just want the best. I want the best for him. He's great. He's the best. And also
He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. Taking care of his wife, mother after his wife done passed. Like
the
that's good
best.
thing. But yeah, but I do see that from MU. That's always been my criticism of her. That she's always come in thinking her light skin is going and big jugs is gonna like make her surpass any black woman and make all black men attractive. So she usually tends to leech on to these type of men that she can see have affection for her. But I don't want her to see. I don't want to see it. I don't want her using Uncle Claude to boost her self esteem. I don't think that's okay because she's
Now let
too
me
old for that shit.
let me ask you. Well, in MU's mind, she's still 21, but let me ask you something. Do you think that, and this is might be an interesting question, controversial or whatever? Do you think that MU is back on that shit?
Oh, I don't know. I can't say. I don't watch her
Okay,
enough. The only
okay,
time I seen her recently was on that challenge.
okay.
But why
Because
would you?
I
Why do you think
remember.
that? Go ahead.
I'm just saying. I'm going back to when I first like became like getting got into the whole content creator thing, and MU. She used to like fix herself up and shit. And she looked nice and stuff. But now it's just like she just comes on and her hair's all over the fucking place, clothes dirty, just look nasty and shit. And it's just like, lady, are you back on that shit? Are you having withdrawal? What the fuck is going on here? I don't know. I'm like something's going on because usually when you're on like I thought when I came here or whatever, I don't know. It's just like when you're sober, are you taking care of yourself or do you have to have some stuff to take care of yourself? Whichever one she needs to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because she just looks dirty and disheveled. And I don't think it's right. I don't think so. But we gotta get on to these Cations. What do you think of Cation? Crackcation, vacation, brokecation. What you think of that?
I feel like my predictions came true. It was boring as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I think I've said it, but I'm gonna say it again over here. Like I feel like Ness just needs to tell her people, hey, I'm in a bad place in life once again and still because I don't think she's ever been up. You know?
Mhm.
Her up is getting basic shit handled, like finally getting an apartment, finally getting a job. These are things that make her feel like she's up. What up, AK? So I
Mm.
feel like Jay Wilson had pointed out. I didn't actually click on the link, but apparently she was on some type of live saying "you people," and I feel like let me tell you this: Ness and Computer Back, how I see them is that they are behind in social life, so that's why they feel the need to brag on basic shit. So anybody with common sense would see that. So I've always felt like they core support group um
Mhm.
I'm talking about the people that don't speak to the behind the scenes, that because I don't know what people tell them behind the scenes, but I'm talking about their core support that they don't speak to behind the scenes, that be in chat just cheering that bullshit on. I feel like they just stick with them to laugh at them. You know how Talent came live one day was like, I just be laughing at you with my people. I feel like that's what they be doing to Ness and Computer Back. Like they just be laughing at them, the shit that they brag about, the things that they think are senses of accomplishments, and it's just always been weird to me. So I think Ness just needs to be honest with her people. Like, hey, I can't, because it's actually a term for it. It's called staycations. When you don't travel out your city, you go within your city. It's called a staycation, and normally that's funded by itself. And the fact that she had the nerve to try to say that people will roast her for a hotel somebody else paid for her instead of matching that person money and upgrading herself, because I'm pretty sure whatever they gave you, they don't do that for themselves. They plan and save or whatever they got to do and make sure they're comfortable. So I feel like she is getting to a point now. She thinks that the beef sector should be treating her like her mother did if she got good grades at school, which she clearly didn't, which is why she had to go to Job Corps. I mean,
But I understand you saying like Ness, the Arrested Development, and Ness is always behind everyone. She's like 10, 20 years behind everybody. But the thing is, in real life, but I understand you saying that Ness is like bragging about like basic shit that adults are supposed to be doing. But as far as Brianna, what is it that she brags about that, is basic bitch shit?
every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? When people were roasting her about basically having a baby with a felon, with 2011 kids. I think she's talked about getting flowered. She talked about meeting the mom and calling him a bitch. Like she brags about things that you supposed to go through in your 20s and by your 30s learn that's not okay. You know what I'm saying? That's not okay.
You
If you
know,
just listen, yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
like,
What you saying?
yeah, I'm like she plays herself on a regular. She buys cars that she can't even fit in just so she can attract the nigga. She thinks it's okay to take have other women's children call her mom, even though the nigga has not even been in her life for 2 years consecutively. She doesn't realize when she's being played, and she actually thinks it's a brag. And then she'll even turn around and say like, my man, my man, my man. But when people start bringing up the amount of kids he has and the fact that you don't have none, so unless the doctor telling us something that she don't want to be honest with, which I'm not saying it can't happen, but at her weight, you can't have any kids. And if she
You know,
doesn't change that, she will never have a kid. You know what I'm saying? So maybe she came accepting of that, but bragging like that's some weird woman shit. How are you gonna have somebody kids calling you mom and you haven't known them a whole year? That's weird.
well, some people are, not they are not the pick of the litter. We have to understand that,
Bragging
and
about
also,
flowers, Edie. Bragging about flowers, Edie. Now, you
right,
know me and you, Edie, have gotten to a discussion about this on this panel before when you talked about how Ness will post food. And I'm like, I, clearly she's not into it. But I mean, not into it. I'm not saying not into it, but clearly she's not accustomed to you like the level of treatment you gave her. But even if she was, some people are really into posting their food. So that's not necessarily nothing. But bragging about the fact that you paying all the bills and he supposedly gave you flowers that you never even showed. But if you did, we probably thought you mailed them to yourself. But you can continue.
well, the thing is, I think that with Brianna, I think that, is her, like I said before, do we give a shit about anything that's going on in her life? Hell no. Nobody cares. And it's not just with Brianna. I think that, and I wanted to say that for a lot of people, and I don't give a shit who I offend because I always say the truth, and or my truth actually. So the thing is that when it comes to um when you start your live, I like the meat and potatoes type of people. I don't like the people who when you start their lives, like they're talking about their lives and what they're doing and how many eggs they're gonna cook today, or how what they gotta go to the laundromat and all this stuff, or they gotta I don't give a fuck. what you're doing with your life. I don't care. I want you to get to the commentary. Get to the fucking point. You bitches ain't got shit to say anyway. You ain't got shit to talk about anyways and shit like that or whatever. So just get to the good stuff. Nobody cares about who you're dating. And that's the problem I think with Brianna, I think that she suffers from ugly girl syndrome. You know, she's not used to having someone, so she has to keep reminding us, I got a man, got a man, got a man, got a man, got a man. And it's just like, we get it, we gotcha, you got a guy, get
Oh, I'm
on
sorry.
with your
And
guy.
then I feel like
And
she
please let
goes
me
too
take this.
far when she say, I'm gonna be. I just want to add this in real quick because
Yeah,
it go what you're saying. And I think when you say that you got a man, and then she starts talking about these sexual positions that most of us are sexually. We've been having sex for a while, and we know you cannot possibly or physically do these things. It grosses us out, and then you're lying. I mean,
please, parents, hug your children. Tell your children they're beautiful. Teach your children to love themselves, because it's just so many adults around here that are seeking love, attention, and validation from strangers online. And that is not normal. That is not okay. And not only from strangers from online, or even from ex-cons with 8 kids. That's not okay. That would not be allowed in my family. Not at all. You don't get with losers. You don't get with losers, and you don't take care of losers. And that's what you're doing. Even if he's doing his fair share by taking out the garbage, he's not doing, he's living off of you. That's not a flex. Stop bragging about that shit. If you want to fuck him and all that good stuff, and live with the dude and stuff, that's fine. But do it in private. That's a relationship that you don't publicize. And that's just my opinion and shit like that, because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. How do you brag about this shit? So it's just like, some of these bitches need to just tone it down a notch. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the Cations, tone it down a notch, because you still ain't hit that bar, that heat set. You know what I'm saying? You still ain't hit that bar. And I'm really trying to figure out, even with Ness and her Cations and stuff, what is the fixation on all of these Cations that she's having? Why is she so fixated on having cation after cation after cation? Now, I know the OGs did their cations and stuff, but it wasn't like this back to back all the fucking time, drawn out bullshit. Like, we don't need to see you all the fucking time. We don't need to see you every fucking year. And even then when we do see you, it's like, I
on the
think that I'm
vacation.
starting to think, just one second, I'm starting to think that these neglected children that were neglected by their parents or whatever was going on, I'm starting to think that they're looking to YouTube to like give them that attention that they lack growing up. And it's so obvious, the individuals who lacked attention from their parents and shit like that, because when you go and you look at certain people, these idiots, they think they're celebrities, and you're not. You're just a person that goes live, and you give your take. You're a regular person. Nobody thinks you're a fucking celebrity. We don't want to see you on vacation after cation after cation after cation. It's like, it's called watered down. It's called, you're oversaturated. It's oversaturated. You're do over not even over. You're overdoing it. And it's not a flex. And it's definitely not a flex to go to that rundown, raggedy ass hotel that you guys were in Seattle. Now, hey, now, and it just wasn't hitting. The hotel sucked. The vacation, it wasn't even a vacation because you was in your own state, for crying out loud. That
Staycation.
sucked.
No, that's the
That
thing. It's called staycation, but she just couldn't even afford to do that. Go ahead.
but oh, and I'm gonna show you the hotel. But we talking about dirt, and the people are saying that, even the reviews, some of the people are saying that that hotel, not only was dated, the carpets were dirty, the rooms were dirty, and things like that, or whatever. The 3-star experience, and that's okay. And also, Talon, he underwhelmed again with the he underwhelmed again with the finally he took some, took people out to get a meal, or took her out to get a meal. But he took her to a place that they got $39 coupons and shit. They got those chain little restaurants, and they got those chain
You
restaurants
up here
all
dissing
wait,
my
wait, wait.
man.
They
I
got
gotta
those
ask him. Go
chain
ahead.
they got those chain restaurants all over Los Angeles. The what's it called? For whatever that shit, that Brazilian place. They have those all over Los Angeles. Actually, there are a lot. They're all over. They have them like pretty much in a lot of different states as well. And it's
Hold
like
on. Let me tell
it's
you the TD. I vehemently disagree until I see the receipt. Talent got money. Let's go. Go ahead.
he don't trust. Like, look at the 30. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all be thinking people got money that don't got money, and it's like it's
Nah,
so
he, you
sad.
know I
No,
know
no,
money. We're not gonna do that.
no,
Go ahead though.
no. But no, because like the little things, that these little trinkets that these guys do and shit like that or whatever, you're like, oh well, he doing this, he doing that. Just like when even with when we talk about like ghetto, like he don't got it like that. He don't got it like that. We done doxed him like last year. He don't got it like that. Y'all, please stop. Please, please, please.
Now I've been
You don't
calling
want to
ghetto
know.
broke
You
from the
don't
get
want
go. I've
no,
been
no,
calling ghetto broke from the get
no,
go.
no.
I've been saying. Go ahead though.
You don't want to know. That's all I'm going to say. You don't want to know. And it's like
Uh-huh.
people who be copying off of our shit, just like motherfuckers that was copying off of the lemon shit or whatever. Me and Dimples then ran through that dude the beginning of the year. We go to we and people slept on that shit. They slept on that shit. Then we go fast forward, we go to like what, September, October, and then we see like what's his name? Oh no, her. Jay Dunn. She's like, well, I got the brother and shit. Bitch, we had the brother. We had the actual brother in March of this year, March, February of
Step
this
brother.
year.
That wasn't his
So,
actual brother. It was his step brother.
but whatever. We had him.
Yeah,
We
everybody
had
know
him.
ghetto don't got it like that.
But wait,
Everybody
wait,
know.
wait.
He's
But
so
I'm
broke.
just
Go
saying,
ahead.
we had him at the beginning of the year and shit like that. Where we put his information out. We put the grave site, all that shit out or whatever at the beginning of the year. Next thing we know, here comes somebody that ain't even not even talking about with Jay Dunn, but somebody that's not even in the sector saying, I got all this information. Well, of course, we didn't led you to all the little gems right there. We didn't gave you every fucking thing. And now you're trying to take credit for shit that we already did. We did that shit. I'm the one who dug up who dug up Lemon's brother, who got the news article and shit like that or whatever, who got his grave and shit like that. And also, not only that, um, you know, uh, I mean, I could go down the list of the people that I've got. Even with Kimmy and her raggedy ass grandmother that was in the casket. Who the hell you think did that? And S. Hutchinson, she pulled up the what do you call? She helped me pull up the what do you call
Okay,
it?
he
The
hold on.
a
Hold on.
better
Let me
video
address
for
this
the
comment.
casket.
Heedy, hold on. Let me answer this real quick. Okay, I do believe that MBK, Binary, and Rush will have long money. No, they don't. No, they don't.
No, they
Let
don't.
me tell you.
No,
Yeah, let me tell you this.
not at
I'm just
all.
gonna give you quick advice on how you know that they don't got long money by their brand. People that's getting money. A lot of these, like whether you're an independent contractor or even work for a corporate company, whether it's nonprofit or just straight corporate, right? There's usually a moral clause. There's usually a moral clause in that. And they would never be number eight showing like I'm not gonna say they don't be online doing fuck shit, but those are the type of people that will not show their face though. But especially Cole, he is broke and at the bottom of the thing. Kind of like Juicy saying he got like all these doctrines and whatever the case may be. Do you believe that he really does? Like there are so many levels to it. And I've discussed this before, and this is why they get mad at me. Now, I'm not going to say there are not people with talent that's a nonprofit, but there are usually moral clause when you get into the bag. And in Binary's position, no, he is very low class. That's why I had to let him know, you're not going to be
This
discussing my child because I can have you out of here. Out of here. You don't do that. Those guys that's getting money like that, they don't, guys or women or men, you don't move like that, especially in certain industries. Binary is broke. where he lives at showed it, how he be on here hustling, the type of people. And Binary, I don't even know how y'all think he got game. If he had real game, he could go to sectors that be getting money, but those
But the
women,
whole thing is, please, we don't even need to waste
that
our
part.
time on that shit. Because let me tell
No,
you
I
something.
I do
But
because
look
I
at,
want to tell my supporters the truth. Hey,
but
Empress,
but
but none
just
of them
look
got
at,
money. They be giving them. Hold on,
the.
they hold on 1 second. They be giving them $25,
That's what I'm saying,
$25
right? Right.
to promote and these bitches are low. That's what I'm trying to say. The reason why these niggas are able to make it in the B sector right now is because of the 2.0 that's running it. These bitches have low self-esteem, and then y'all be gaslighting the fuck out of them. I'm talking about the people, the subbies that don't even talk to the behind the scene, and y'all really making shit okay with the shit they be doing. Ness begging for a staycation in her own fucking city, and then complaining about the hotel. But all you had to do was match the lady money, when they circumventing where they go in Seattlecation, because you got a parking ticket, because you got everything paid for you, but you still didn't,
please
you
let
still
me
can't pay for
segue.
parking.
But please let me segue from that budget ass trip. Now, because we're gonna go back to it. We're gonna go back to it. But the thing is that I wanted to say something, because let me attach that to the trip. Let me attach this to the trip. Now, Brooke and Malik, right? Why hasn't they brought their raggedy, rat-infested Baltimore ass to any of those cations? And that's my, and this is the thing, Uppity. I really thought about this stuff because it was in the middle of the night, and I was you know what was I doing? Probably listening to some beautiful music and um, admiring myself. But the thing is that Brooke and Malik, the thing is that, are they, is somebody on house arrest? Are they on like house arrest and stuff like that or whatever? Like, if somebody have an ankle monitor or ankle bracelet? Wait, I'm
They
just saying.
on financial, they on
Wait,
financial
but let me
time.
finish
They on
this.
financial jail.
My thing
They've been
is,
on financial jail time.
but
Go
my
ahead.
thing is, you guys have not only promoted these brocations, these begcations, these crackcations, but you guys have not put your money where your mouth is. Now remember, Malik said earlier this year, he said he was a CEO and all this bullshit or whatever. But really trying to figure out, if you got money and
Malik
shit
got a
like that.
Medicaid BBL. I
We're
mean,
trying to
not
figure
BBL.
out
Malik got a Malik got a Medicaid gastric bypass type shit. He's
why
fat as
aren't they
fuck.
traveling
She's broke as fuck.
outside. But let's talk about this. Why
They
aren't they
can't pay their
wait,
rent
let
where
me
they
just ask
live.
this. Let me ask this. Why aren't they traveling outside of the state of Maryland? All of the stuff that they do, is outside, is inside Maryland. And I'm really starting to think that it's going deeper than what people um what they want to leave. It's not just, I don't know if it's a money thing. I don't know if these people are just, I mean, well, we know that they're broke, of
Now,
course.
I don't know if you
I don't
fault them
but
work, but he can ask you a
I
question.
think, but I'm also, wait, but I'm thinking that it's like some type of law, like some type of legal thing going on, because
Well,
y'all, why aren't y'all going outside of Maryland? What is that about? Why aren't y'all going to any of these occasions? Why are y'all just staying in the house all the time? Why ain't y'all traveling nowhere? Why don't we ever hear about Brooke and Malik that's living the good life around Maryland, going in a circle in Baltimore? You know, why don't we ever hear them going to, Seattle? Or why are they going to New Orleans? Are they going to any of these vacations that are pointless? Why don't we hear about that? What was you gonna say, Uppity?
yeah, I was gonna tell you. I don't know if you found them worthy enough to dox, but it's already been put on these YouTube streets. They was in eviction court top of the year, January of 2025. They was in eviction court.
Oh well,
They
I,
came
I
on
sent
here.
you their stuff. I already knew. Yeah, I know that. But
All right, so it's a money
okay,
thing. They are broke. She came into this sector like there's somebody called from the sector that she's from. She tried to do a giveaway, couldn't afford nothing. She's just like Ness. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think she's under Ness' ass. She's like, I want to know how you do this and get away with it. I keep getting called out. You know what I'm saying? So her way out of it is let me kiss Ness' ass because nobody else accepts the lying ass weird bitch. You know what I'm saying? Just like she even say, oh, I lied about pregnancy a social state. No, you lied about pregnancy trying to get at Queen Tracy womb. This bitch is a broke ass bitch. It is what it is. That's what the problem is. They can't even afford apartment in Baltimore. It's not a high cost living city. This nigga is fat as fuck. He had to get a Medicaid, got whatever the fuck that shit is called, right? So yeah, I guess he put into the work to get that shit done. But he's a fat nigga that's on Medicaid and welfare. He's sitting around arguing with women. Let me tell you something. He the other day, Lemon. He was at one point. He was following me around to every fucking panel. I don't know why. I keep telling people I'm allergic to dusty broke ass niggas. Don't even fucking talk to me. What we got to talk about? That's Ness. That like Ness appreciate that type of shit. I don't. I didn't like it on her panel, and I don't appreciate her having her broke ass minions follow me around, trying to make her feel some type of way. But I tell you, Heidi, I was lying. I said, "Oh, I'm about to go downstairs and get this guy from your city, and he wants you to cam up." That nigga ran off the thing so fast, and her broke ass came up on the link thinking, well, I wouldn't fuck with a nigga that fuck with anybody from Backpage like her. But yeah, they just broke. That's it. In all. He's a
It,
scary ass nigga. But they travel for a free meal. They got embarrassed in the Umar sector. Everywhere they travel to, it got to be free and paid for. They even lied and said they didn't go to Nestcation because they was going to go on a cruise. Bitch, bye. And the place y'all claimed y'all was going, the hurricane didn't hit.
Yeah, it's just so it's like, I mean, the most low budget couple around. I mean, it's just so sad.
Broke.
Two of them. How is it two? I just don't never understand broke couples. How is it two of y'all and
Right.
y'all still can't afford shit? Y'all still can't make ends meet. And it's two of y'all. It's not like it's one of y'all and it's like, okay, well, I gotta, put
Right.
everything together, put this money together and stuff like that. But it's two people. Two people can't come up with
My grandma
a couple
always
of hundred
told me,
dollars.
two dead batteries can't start no car. Somebody got to be doing something, child.
And Brooke and Malik are the dead batteries, and that's sad. But I also wanted to say with this uppity, I wanted
That.
to say with this, like, I think that the women now have to come to the conclusion that these men are not, and this is where, Ness would have like this thing because she was like, well, you say that, uh, but guess what? We're starting to fit. Everything that I said is coming to pass because these guys are not here for the ladies. They're here for each other. Do you guys not understand that?
Right.
Like you keep on saying you guys on even on YouTube Camera's channel. I'm not saying YouTube Camera said this or whatever, but I'm saying y'all keep questioning. Well, why are all these straight men always around the gay men? Why are all these straight men going and giving their money to gay men? Hello, 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 idiots, stupid people everywhere around here couldn't take it, had to go. That's why I don't come around these idiots no more because it's like, y'all don't get it. They're not here for y'all. These are DL men. Do you not understand that? That's why I said talent, DL. We know ghettos DL and shit like that or whatever. They're funding the men because they want the men, you idiots. They're not looking at y'all. None of these men want any of you bitches. None of them. Well, I could say with the envy and the R and Y thing, that might be a go. But everybody else, please get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all when I did my commentary on my channel, legendary and award winning commentary. When I did my commentary on my channel, I said that Ghetto acts like he's Lemon's girlfriend. I did a video on my channel of Lemon and Ghetto having a romantic encounter. And guess what? Ghetto commented under that and I screenshot it and he said, man, he said, I can't lie. I like it. Basically, he was like, I like this. I like this video. He didn't even cuss. He didn't go off or anything like that like a straight man supposed to. He said this was a fire video and shit like that. Him and Lemon dancing. Wake up, people. Stop being stupid. We know Ness has a low IQ, but the rest of you think for yourselves. That's all I'm saying. Damn. It doesn't make any sense. Like these girls are still trying their hardest to want these guys to be straight. I don't know if you bitches don't get enough attention in real life, which we know a lot of you bitches don't. I mean, for your own reasons and stuff like that or whatever. But if you did, you would see through, you would see read between the lines. Okay? They all are
Okay.
here for each other. Lemon's panel is where the DL men go. I always call that the DL panel because no man is gonna sit up and talk to men all night in the middle of the night. Straight men don't do that shit. These men are cupcaking with each other on his panel. And that y'all still calling these men straight. They're not straight. I'm a part of the community. I know my people. Okay? They want the men. Okay? So I just wanted to say that. God damn. What'd you say,
Okay,
uppity?
I just said in the chat, he been holding back. I'm gonna let her go because you've been going, and I'm trying to keep up with the conversation. What up, Miss Cap Secret? What up, boo? But let
What
me
is
tell you
it?
this, Heedy. I'll say this. I still vehemently agree. I don't think talent is gay. I don't.
Oh
I
my
like
God.
talent. No, I have to say this. You went in. I didn't say nothing.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think talent is gay. I think I do like talent. I think I talent is an asshole. I'm just gotta keep it real with you. What up, my boo talent? Talent is an asshole. And I already told you guys, I like assholes. I don't know why. Heedy, you an asshole too. I'm an asshole. We all assholes. So there are certain things I can get. But as far as the ghetto thing, I've been told y'all ghetto was broke. We all know ghetto is broke. So some of these men do have to be put on notice. And a lot of these men that come over here, they get built up by these women with low self-esteem. And then when they come into contact with women that are not, they literally be trying to like take your fucking head off. And those are the men that are a problem for me, that see you for your shit and I pull it out. And Lemon has a big issue with that. He is so fucking mad. I try to watch some of his replay because I heard Poverty over there crying about she's leaving the B sector. And I couldn't find the clip anymore. But when I kept hearing, I'm like, Lemon, why the fuck did you keep crying over me? I never told you was attractive. I never agreed to be your queen because when you were saying it, you were trying to use me to get placement. I see niggas like you from a mile of fucking way. You want to be treated like a bad bitch. Ghetto want to act like he's the Don, but he's actually broke and bad body. Every time Ghetto come around, that's why I was so happy Talent put him on blast the other day. Ghetto try to pretend like, oh, women from the B sector be hit him up asking him for money. Who would do that? When we see you had to crowdfund for a fucking section, Ghetto. You love promising money, but giving little tidbits, and you selecting and choosing these bitches that actually need a couple of dollars and playing in their face, like Poverty. Like the old B sector, they don't go at them like that. They said that Cole gave Juicy $100 for his banner contest. He be making these bitches work for $25 and $50, but he just gonna throw it at Juicy. It's all about how you handle yourself, and they know better than to come at the real OGs. That's why I said there's the OGs, and I want you guys to know, Computer Back and Poverty, Ness, Dick Lip ass is not OGs. They are the queens and whatever you want to call it, other 2.0. They are not about that life. They scary ass bitches. And I gotta get in. I don't know if you so sincere naive, but I want you to get into your point because I got a lot to say about that as well. Go ahead, because I never watched that bitch.
I don't watch her. I don't. For what?
No, I don't. But my ancestors, Heedy, got to get tapped in with your ancestors because they will lead. Because I think I'm gonna call them a messy ancestor that know what I like, But you were talking about. So that's how I got there. That's what I believe. But anyway, you were talking about the complaining about when you saw YouTube camera. That's how I was like, YouTube cameras, no, because Poverty only clicked her link to try to overtake her panel with her personal gripes. The reason why nobody is supporting Poverty and Computer Back and any other bitch that's complaining, because most of the people complaining, they disrespectful as fuck to the women, and they don't want to hear that shit. They're just mad because these male CCs that they built up are now treating them like they have treated everybody else. They use them for their work. They so used to being able to give these women's trinkets, and the women just sit there and take whatever they got to give. And now they done got these men in here that they want to build up, and they making them kiss their feet. They done fucking did a reverse Uno on their ass. So Lemon is very disrespectful, but they help build them up. Lemon, when he went live, remember, he got mad at me because he was out talking about, I called you queen up and down, seeing your link. I don't give a fuck. You do not help with my link. You don't have my link.
Yes.
You're stupid. You don't have any depth of conversation. I don't give a fuck if you ever hit my link. I've never even asked or implied I want you on it, bitch. I've always said I'm going to go outsource for males because the ones that, you know what I'm saying, I fucks with, they hit my link already. I don't need to fucking, like, I don't need your weird stupid ass. The bitches that think you some type of nigga, that you are damn near 40 years old, living in the project with your mama, got rotted teeth in your mouth, cross eye, a lot of things that wasn't addressed. So you can't fuck with me. Your mama didn't have enough discipline within herself. So I know you can't fuck with me. And I'm gonna say what I want to because I've never. And I hate that he keep talking about a StreamYard that he brought up and brought. I don't give a fuck. You should. That's like I told him. That's a good starting point. When I hit your link, your checks go up, bitch. So as far as I'm concerned, you should have been doing that shit. I don't hit your link enough to even request stuff out of you. I hit your link for my own purposes. You're talking about me. I don't give a fuck about you, Lemon. You can't run that shit that you want every. I don't talk about you because you're not interested in bitch. You're not. If you have a good panel, I'll hit that shit and make it work. So your checks go up if I fuck with you, and they go down if I don't. So I don't know why the fuck you keep talking about that stream, y'all. You owe me way more than that shit. The fuck you talking about? You should have hit my
Did you
stream yard and
notice?
my cash that bitch for real, for real. Go ahead.
Did you notice that like even when the time that we've been here today, we have not even had to mention his raggedy ass panel or anything that's going on. Well, outside of it being, where the DL men go to cupcake with each other all night. But do you not do you not see that?
It's a bunch of
I
people
don't.
that
We don't
don't
need to
talk
do
about him.
commentary on him. We don't.
Only
We
poverty
don't.
does. Only
Yeah,
poverty
I
does.
mean,
Like yeah, and computer bad. Like nobody in the B sector, like all the OGs don't discuss him. They don't even visit his fucking panel. And he's not a fucking king. And he get mad when I tell him the truth. But like I told you, don't ever include uppity with the 2.0. I'm gonna
no.
tell
In
you the
order
real
to
truth. And they
be
can't handle that shit. They can't.
none of these content creators that are, the male content creators, none of them are kings if we really want to be honest, because they don't come up with shit by themselves. They need helpers, they need to copy off of somebody else, they need, and it's just not original. So hell no, hell no. And
Right.
especially with Lemon, because we all know that these stupid idiot women and stuff like that, they go up and they make him money and shit like that or whatever. And they make him money. They sit on his panel all night, and he brings absolutely nothing to the table. That's why he's not commentary worthy. He's not,
Yeah, the real
outside of us
content,
mentioning
him
him
and
right
Ghetto should have
now.
a marriage. Him and Ghetto should
Yeah.
get married online. You know how they do jailhouse marriages? I want to see a YouTube marriage between him and Ghetto, or him and Pulp Fiction, and Ghetto pretend to be the best man so he
when
can be
when
passive
ghetto
aggressively fucking her.
when ghetto thanked me for doing that video of him and Lemon dancing with each other, I said, "There's no that seals the deal right there.
He thought he
That
thanked you?
seals." Yeah, he thanked me and he said, I took a screenshot and I said, "Look, everybody, hello." And just like when we got stupid ass Ness, because Ness be trying to defend like people that be giving her like little pennies and shit like that or whatever. But I be really trying to figure out, Ness, since you got all of these high rollers and shit like that around you, why you still begging to go on vacations and shit like that? Why ain't they booking nothing for you? Why you gotta ask female supporters to help you get a $100 a night fucking cheap ass 3-star hotel and shit like that? See, this is the shit I'm talking about and shit. You know what I'm saying? These are the idiots that we surround ourselves with that just go for the okey doke. And it's like, come on, bro. Let's do better. Let's bring better. Let's have the content. Let's have it out. And I don't mind doing, the commentary and making award-winning shows. And then also another idiot like Kimmy, she fucking bought the whole ghetto intellect. He got this and he got that. Bitch, if you knew how much, never mind. But I'm not even gonna go there. But the thing is that she's another brokey that, can't we still waiting on MU still waiting on her 200, $300 or whatever that amount was that your broke ass had to borrow from her and shit like that or whatever. She's still waiting on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, of course, I'm starting to think like maybe these bitches are from like states where they don't make, like, maybe they're not used to money because they think like the most like basic people have money and they don't. And I think it's really sad. And Ghetto had I mean, not Ghetto, Talent had an opportunity to redeem himself in Seattle, and he did not, because when he went to Seattle, he took Ness to a chain restaurant, a Brazilian steakhouse that they had $39. Well, right now it's $49. They upped the ante to $10. Um 49 $39 coupons. Dine in. And you're trying to compete with who? You're trying to compete with me? I don't think so. See, I actually have money. You guys don't. And I don't have to live off of my wife or whatever, like some people who claim that they got money, and you know who you are. I don't have to do that. I don't have to sign. If I wanna get a house, I can get a house. I have good credit. Also, and I don't have to be linked up with my wife to get an FHA loan and shit like that or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? You know who got an FHA loan because they got poor credit, and I'm not gonna go down. I'm not gonna go there with the signatures and all that good stuff. But it's just like, oh my God, please. And some of these people are the people that want people to think that they're rich on here. And I'm like, these stupid broke ass bitches. I don't know where you guys come from, but where I come from, people really do have money. And this is not money, people. I'm letting you know that. And the bulk of the money isn't going to the women. So, I mean, because I don't understand, because I remember King Roman wanted to have a discussion regarding that or whatever. There's nothing to discuss. The bulk of the money that, the shares and the cash apps and all that, the bulk of it goes to the guys. The bulk of it goes to the guys. The random cash apps I'm referring to. So there's nothing to discuss. The men obviously have the favoritism. Even with the men, they have the favoritism because, like I said, we're dealing with a lot of DLs around here, and they are DL. Cat's already out the bag with. Well, I'm not gonna say
I
that.
may step
Cat's.
in. If I may step in with that argument,
Oh, sure,
I
sure.
don't feel like the okay, I think it's based on, because this is not the OB sector where they had to feel like cornered, like you got to go here or I'm going to block you type shit, right? So I
Mm.
feel like when you look at the women that are complaining, you know, what do they give other women? These bitches are scamming them, treating them bad, making them take care of these outside B sector men that are come over here broke and hungry belly. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? So it's like that's what they
well,
no, no, no.
okay.
No, let me finish. They have to understand that. And the majority of the men they complain about, like Roman and Lemon, to be honest, do Roman and Lemon beg online? The only person that really be begging like that is Official Peen Sucker. You see, but we see how he ran through 20K of over 20K of what you call it, that PP loan money, and he still ain't got it together. Came here
But
homeless. So,
but the
but like
thing
the
is,
niggas, they no, let me finish.
okay.
These women, they they are complaining, but they do get cash app. That's the problem. They are pocket watching, but I don't never see the real OGs complaining. And I think I need to learn the difference between OGs and veteran. Computer back is not an OG. Poverty's not an OG. They are really in a 2.0 nest as well, but they've been beggars and not really talented. So when you in the B sector, people want to really see you beef. These bitches are scared as fuck. They just like to attack other women or people they see as weaker. Same as Lemon. So I could say that for like Lemon and some of the men too, but they like the entertainment factor, I guess, more. But these women ain't shit to give to either. So, but it's always been that way in the beef sector. The men get more, but we just had more talented men in the past. That's what I could say.
But I don't think, no. The women are actually more, not only more talented, but they're the ones who carry the commentary. They're the ones who carry the commentary, and I think that
Which
I.
top
But
CT
wait, but
women is
wait, wait, wait,
talented?
wait. Let me
I'm asking you a
finish.
question. No, I'm asking you a question. When you say the women are more talented, who are you referring to?
Getting into that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I mean, even if I don't, one thing you got to understand about me, I'm going to be honest. Whether I like you or not, I'm going to tell the
Yeah,
truth.
I know
And
that.
what
That's
we
why I
got
asked
to
you that
understand, but
question.
let me get into it. Now, when it comes to the women and stuff like that, the bulk of the money in the shares and the cash apps should go to the women, because when you look at the commentary, who's producing the most commentary and who's the most consistent around here, it is the women. We wouldn't have nothing to watch if it wasn't a Pizarro around. We wouldn't have shit to watch if it wasn't a Brianna around. They are consistent. So yes, they should be getting the bulk of the funds. It shouldn't be people who sporadically go live every other week. King Roman ain't he's not consistent. um who else? ODS is not consistent. It's about consistency and who brings the bulk of the commentary to the who bring. And even Ness is consistent. She goes live every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? She's got to. But they bring the commentary. There'll be nothing to talk about. YouTube cameras is consistent. But they have to, but why? They're the ones who are cleaning the goddamn beef sector. Not only cleaning the beef sector, but they're entertaining in this motherfucker. So sure, they are entitled to more than half of the portions. One person, one man around here that is consistent, I will say, is Jay Wilson, because he goes live consistently every fucking day, damn near every hour. We understand. But as far as Treasure,
Oh, you
like
know that. Okay.
he's not pushing out lives like that. Even when
Mm-hmm.
Sean Bradley was here, he didn't push out lives like that. Only when he really had something to say. Jay Dunn is not consistent. That raggedy ass Halloween spooky shit that she did, like we're 15, like we're 5 years, no, like we're in fifth grade, going, tell your most scary story. That bullshit ain't selling. It ain't cutting it. It ain't hitting. So the best that we've got right now, until Nika, she gets her ass back out here and does her thing more consistently, so she can get her check. We got Rihanna and we got Pizarro. They're the ones who's giving
Now
consistent
you
daily
got my mind
commentary.
again, but you gotta
And
let me finish.
talented.
You gotta
And
let me
who's more
finish.
who are the talented women, you ask? Well, if you really want to get down to that, well, despite my differences with Ness, she's very talented. She is very talented. Now, she's talented. You know what I'm saying? Now, and she puts a lot of energy into her platform. But as far as like S. Hutchinson, what is talented and shit like that or whatever, Jay Dunn does her thing and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of talented women. And B Miss O, she even came up with a creative way to do her commentary and shit like that or whatever. There's these men piggyback off of the women's commentary. They piggyback off of the women. So the
I have to step
core,
in
the
at some point.
core, the core of the commentary comes from the women. So why wouldn't they get the bulk? Why shouldn't they get the cash apps? Why shouldn't
Okay,
they get the bulk of
can
the
I
funds?
respond?
Oh yeah,
Can I
sure,
respond?
sure.
Because you're arguing a point I did not make. That sounds like sometimes when you get a little bit long winded, it's
But
hard for me to respond.
I answered it at the very end. I said who you said
I
who's the
understand that, but
talented.
you make me
Okay.
forget my question sometimes. Okay,
Then
so
write
the
it
reason
down.
I don't
I
want you
told
to
you
get,
that.
I'm not doing that. I told you that. Anyway, so anyway, what I agree with what Hedie is saying, and I agree with her sentiments, but I think they're placed in the wrong place. So that's why I was like, let me cut in some time because I'm not gonna be as long winded. Then you can respond. Um, when I feel like the talent level of men we had in the past versus what we have now is not on equal level. But I do feel like the people that you feel like, just because you come live all the goddamn time doesn't mean that it's worth anything. I'm all over quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to talk about computer back, she's boring. She comes online hating. She comes online shading people and playing victim or trying to convince us how pretty and small she is in love with a man. We don't give a fuck about that shit. And she's also still crying about Roman, telling people that she low key still trying to get support for us to drag Roman. And I don't have a problem with that shit if he fucking with me. But you are poverty and computer back. Y'all are not those women. Y'all not girls. So y'all need to sit there and own that shit right there. I could feel like it gets annoying. And then they always like to tell people go live, no matter who's live. But if these same people are live, yeah, like they enjoy the power they have, but they're not enjoying the power these men have above them. But again, these people built themselves up. I feel like we should just readjust shit and show support to women that are actually gonna be outspoken. And I'm not even speaking for myself, because you guys know I'm not gonna sit here and be going about B sector all the time. I'll do it when there's something interesting to talk about, but I do enjoy the support because I get more support than bigger CCs when I want to talk about what I want to talk about. That's why you got to stay consistent in what's true to you. So I feel like Computer Back in Poverty have to sit there and do some self-reflection and start back at the drawing board and do better. And then maybe they can use to the and Ness as well, because Ness is on some bullshit. I'm going to find all these weak opponents, all these thirsty ass bottom of the barrel ass niggas that I could sell my clout to because I don't got nothing else. And majority of the time they gay anyway, so they ain't gonna want this tight ass puss. So yeah, now the pussy I don't watch, all that shit. So Ness is going around to other sectors and finding people that came in the B sector later on believing in her reinvention. So Ness is too busy living in I'm something that I'm not, because I don't want to focus on the real problem at hand. Poverty is on here scamming and begging and broke. Computer Back, same thing, but they living up to an image. So I feel like they should be played out. I'm so sick of them selling out the beef sector for their own personal mental health problems. I feel like more people in the beef sector, women should be in the B sector that you support. And that's whoever that is. That's not going to be allowing these outside men to come in and give them $20 and $50 and they just hand them over they fucking crowd and push these people up. Because that's part of the problem. I feel like we need new judge, new a lot. People that's going to stand on business. I understand we're going to all have cliques, but we want to push the people that's coming in with original thoughts that's already within the B sector. All the people that came in the B sector trying to jump on a bandwagon, you ban automatically. I think we should focus on the people that started pages or had pages in the B sector for a while that wasn't getting that push. But there are a couple of people that are actually going live consistently, but y'all don't watch them because y'all too busy trying to change ain't shit bitches and niggas. That's just my opinion. Bill?
Well,
Hey, Kalia Boo.
who goes live consistently that people aren't paying attention to?
I don't know if I would be the okay. Let me say this. Well, certain people. Well, I don't go live consistently. I could say that.
Yeah, you're not. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. You know, so as I said, I'm not including myself. So this is not like no dry begging, nothing on my behalf. Because like I told y'all, as much as people tell me go live more about B-Sector, I know I'm not gonna do it because most of the time y'all too boring. If you're doing something I like, I'll record on it.
But who are the people that we're not paying attention to?
I'm not sure exactly, Heidi, because to be honest, it has been so boring and scammy these days. I wasn't really paying attention. And like I already told you, if you came in this sector jumping on a bandwagon and ass kissing, I'm not fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, for those who are looking for content and you know of these creators, talk about them. Like you got people like YouTube Cameras. You know what I'm saying? She don't got no problem with you coming on a link and saying, oh, I heard a good live here or there. And then we could go follow that person and see what's going on. I think, Lady Dimples. I think Lady Dimples is so fucking underrated. She don't have to go live consistently because she's a veteran in this bitch. So whenever she get her time, I think Lady Dimples should be fully supported because she is very funny. She gives story time. Like Lady Dimples is really B sector. Y'all know I love me some Jay Dunn. As much as Jay Dunn get on my fucking nerves, Jay Dunn is funny as fucking fuck. She's petty like I like it, and she's an asshole. Like all the people I like, they assholes. So you know, people they got lives and stuff. So I feel like these people could be fillers, but they should never be uplifted because they dragging the sector down with their low fucking self-esteem and they boring ass scary ways. Because they love to come try to sell their clout, but then when people come that ain't got no fear of it, they backing down, you know, backpedaling and pussy popping. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to see that shit, especially when you have no problem going ham on somebody that you think is an easy target. Fuck you. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's what I want to get the fuck out the B sector. That's why, in my opinion, I don't really dislike Poverty that much pizza, but she's a weak ass bitch, and we have to be honest about that. She's constantly selling the B sector out. She's constantly got her hand out, so much to the point that it look like fucking cups, and she's a weak ass bitch. Now, if
Yeah,
she sit
well,
there, she's a weak ass bitch. We have to be honest with that. And
no,
she's
no,
a
I
needy.
was
She
gonna
just as
ask you
needy.
that.
Yeah, and she just as needy as Lemon. She need a panel just as bad as Lemon. The only difference between her and Lemon is Lemon will pretend to be okay with you to get you on his panel just so he could turn up, because a lot of them weird bitches in his chat, they like to see certain bitches. They quote unquote think get humble. But what they got to understand at the end of the day, Lemon can't humble nobody. He first got to get rid of them decaying teeth before take him the fuck up out of here along with that liquor. Because you know the teeth can kill you, bitch. And he got black teeth in the middle of his mouth with no fucking kids. You see how his room look with no fucking kids. He can't even hang around men even close to his level. And the only men that he like to boss around is like Ghetto, because Ghetto got a crush on him. And he not even attracted to black men that aren't ambiguous. He likes the twinks. He likes the biracial. So we got that self-hate. We know his mom doesn't really attract real manly men. She attract like YNs before they was called YNs. He don't have no male influence on his life, and he's out here with these goofy ass bitches. He can't even be around a real woman because his mama is a punk ass bitch, and she didn't raise shit with him. So that's why I feel like he gets that enjoyment, but also, it's like that daddy didn't raise me, so I'm just gonna whatever. But like, unless you're a white man that's gonna deal with Lemon, and we know they're not. They just gonna go vote against you in Congress and get you the fuck up out of here. But yeah, so it's no real men, it's no real women. I think we need new bloods, and maybe the OGs will come back and give their consignment.
Oh, fuck the
What did you
OG. No,
say?
let me just say this. Please let
Go
me say
ahead.
this. Fuck
Go
the
ahead.
OGs. Because if these OGs was really about their life and shit like that, they would have brought their punk asses out here and get and bring it or whatever. All this. Well, if this happened and if this happened, all these different scenarios to bring them stupid ass
No,
OGs
but I'm
back.
telling you, the
Hell,
women that's
wait, wait,
gonna get
wait.
that
Let
live
me
with a
just
boat.
finish. Let me finish my
I'm
thought.
no, go
Let me
ahead.
finish my thought. Now, like I said, fuck the OGs, because if they really don't like the status quo around here, then they would actually get their asses out here and
Well, can I tell you
bring the
this? You
shit.
too new
And
to
they're
be
not
saying fuck the
bringing it,
OGs.
and they're not. But
You
no, no,
too new to that. Go
no, no,
ahead.
I don't give
But
a fuck. I don't care. It
I
doesn't
know, but
matter.
somebody got
And
a
this is,
question
but
for you.
this
Answer
is
that.
about. Wait. But I'm about to respond. I'm also about to add to what you said. Now, I do agree that you said that Pizarro and Brianna, they have sold out the sector, of course, due to
And
their own
Ness, and Ness.
Oh yeah, well, she don't have that much power. But as far as I'm talking about Brianna and Pizarro and stuff like that, they have sold out the sector due to their personal agendas or whatever, and stupid agendas at that, and ended up looking stupid in the end, of course. But but at the same time, we cannot deny the fact that the bulk of the commentary comes from those women, because there's nothing else to talk about. If we wait on ODS to go live, if we wait on King Roman to go live, we're not gonna have shit to talk about the rest of the
No,
week.
I
So
am
that's
talking about that. They are
so
sitting
so
here. They blood
so
sucking. They no. They are blood sucking smaller content creators and making that content and taking advantage of the fact
regardless,
that they
that's what
want
we
to get
have to
more
talk
credit.
about. That's
No,
what we have to work with.
Poverty and Brianna are stupid as fuck. We're not gonna sit here and act like they're
I'm not,
some
but
great content
I
creators.
never
They never
said that.
have
I
been and
never
never
said
will
that,
be.
but that's
So
not what
what
I'm
is your
saying.
argument?
Well,
What is your argument?
listen, stop trying to argue and listen to what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying
I'm
to say
debating.
is,
I'm not
what I'm
arguing. Go
trying
ahead.
to, okay, stop doing that. Let me talk. What I'm trying to say is that Pizarro and Brianna, regardless of what you think of them and how whatever their commentary is, that's what the commentary, that is what people are, that was what the majority is going to talk about. What's going on with the people who are consistent on their platform. I mean, whoever is consistent, that is the commentary. That's what it is right now. That's what we have to work with. Regardless if you like it or not, regardless if they're blood sucking and they're selling out the sector to a bunch of losers, that's what we have to talk about. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Sure, all that stuff that you said was true, but at the end of the day, that's what we have to work with, because these guys are not consistent. So yes, they do deserve their pay. They definitely do. But these men are too busy, like Talent. He gives hundreds of dollars to the guys. He gives 15, $50 if you're lucky to the women. Something's not right there. Just saying. Even
Let's keep it on
ghetto,
topic. No, let's
ghetto,
keep it on
ghetto.
topic. Hold on,
Oh,
Edie, before you go there. Let's keep it on topic. No, we do not have to deal with that. You may not watch people, but Deanna goes live about beef sector. Demetria
yes.
pops in here and there. Deanna is very consistent. Her word is respected because she
Mhm.
calls out every. No, let me finish. She calls about all. I didn't see them say anything about Jay Wilson camera slip. Deanna has been going in. Like Queen Tracy has something going on. You know, I love some Queen Tracy, so I'm not gonna say nothing. But
But
Deanna has been talking about that as well. So there are
but
people that have been hold on. There are people that are no holds bar. But the problem is, and then you have other like when certain things
but
happen, people. Well, wait, let me
I
finish.
gotta
When
respond. Okay.
certain things, hold on. When certain things happen, people are no holds bar. When we're talking about the B sector, which is why a lot of people like you and myself and other people, you know, whether we come consistency or not, they always want to hear our opinion because they know that we are going to be no holds bar. We're not going to be picking and choosing. We're not scared of James. We're not scared of Juicy. You know what I'm saying? I love me Sean Bradley. He don't do no wrong anymore, but he really not hasn't been here. So there's no reason to have a negative word to say about the King because he hasn't been here. But if you know if he was, he will hit a link and get you together. Five Bay is coming back, giving Ness that same energy she gave everybody else. But they purposely are not talking about these things because they don't want no motherfucking smoke. See, Deanne, like the only person that claimed they so OG that really want to get down here and get their attention is Rick Reed. But the rest of these OGs, just because you don't see them on their platform because they're not relevant. The true B sector is not about numbers, it's about truth. That's how you build your following. That's why Demetria, she could come and go as she please and still have this thing. The reason why these people are getting the numbers they're getting right now because people have lives and they're only going to come when it's something to talk about. Nobody's going to contrive any beef. Nobody's going to sit here and swing down. That shit is not cute. It was not accepted. And that's all they're doing right now, swinging down and chasing these DL niggas. So I'm not going to reward them for that. Not any day of the week or year. But anyway, let's get to the comments.
It's
But
not
hold
about
on, Heidi.
reward.
Somebody asked us
But
the
let me
question.
but let oh oh
Yeah,
well
Heidi, uppity, and this heat. Which current content creator do you think will be successful if the live feature never existed? And I think that's a great question. Who are your thoughts?
who would be successful if the live feature never existed?
Yeah,
Oh, and they would just have to give like they did back in the day, like just be
yeah,
given
just
like
upload, just uploads. You still beefing, but you gotta go
um
upload for upload. No panel, no chat, no nothing. Just you and the mic.
I think that let me
Leah
see.
boo.
I think
Go ahead. Mhm.
I don't really think there would be a lot of people to be part
No, but
because
I
I
want to
mean
hear you name them same people. That's what I want to hear you name.
no. But now that's but now no, I can't name the same people because it's not the same ball game. Because
And that's
okay,
why they not beef sector. Beef sector started
but
on
see,
no
that's
chat,
not
no
what I'm.
live. Deanna, Sean
But
Bradley,
but
James,
no,
um,
and that's the thing. Deanna, I think Sean Bradley, I think that um
what up,
if
HX
If
sweetie?
Jay Wilson actually had something to talk about with, he needs the chat to the in 2025 he needs the chat. Now if this was back in the day where
No,
he had
no, Jay Wilson don't need a chat. I gotta give him
he
that.
does
Jay
because when
Wilson
he
don't need
I'm
no chat.
gonna
No,
say
Jay Wilson is
but let me
sensitive.
tell you why.
I've seen him do
Because I watch
upload.
these
Well,
people.
go
Trust
ahead.
me, I know he needs a chat, and not only that, but unless he's been watching, if he hasn't been watching, he literally will start a live and say, "Well, what's going on?" He asks the people what is going on. He relies on the chat if he's not around watching what's going on. Now, if he's
No,
around
no, 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 no.
watching what's going on, he doesn't need a chat or whatever. He can
I'm
give his
telling you,
commentary
Jay
and just say,
Wilson came. Let me tell you this, Heidi. I'm trying to save you from yourself. Jay Wilson came
mm.
from the upload era. Jay Wilson lies and say he doesn't watch the chat because now he wants to act like he's above it because a lot of these
But I'm
2.0,
talking about
they fall. But let me finish.
2025 Jay
Let me
Wilson.
finish.
2025
2.0
Jay
for. But
Wilson. I'm not talking
hold
about
on.
2018 Jay Wilson. I'm talking about
No, 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 no,
2025.
no, no, no. They asked you a question because that's how it was in 2018. You cannot.
No,
There
but I'm
was no
referring
live
to
chat.
now. I'm referring to the present. I'm talking about now. He would. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do what he used to do. I'm just sorry. He's not as good as he was back
Oh, but
then.
okay, but let me tell you this, Edie. Jay Wilson is still sensitive as fuck. When you, if do you really believe him when he say he don't watch these people? No, it's not that he
No.
don't watch them. He's lying. He watches and he be answering back accordingly. He just want to make it seem like, oh, you telling me so this is news to me. But you know, all you got to do is say one little thing, and he goes off on a rant, responding to every fucking thing they said in that motherfucking live. But I just feel like the he's able to get over more because it has gotten lower. It has gotten lower. Like he do limit all type of dirty. He do limit worse than he be limit be doing those women in his chat. Oh, I guess Ness is here because yeah, bitch. Now I know who
Why?
you are.
What did she say? What did that person
No,
say?
she's not allowed in my chat, but this is one of her troll pages. That's what she
Wow,
does.
that is really interesting because like
Neither
the
one of you
first
is supposed
live,
to do
when I did my like bro, like you sound whoever that person is, like, and I'm pretty sure that could
It's
be
definitely Ness.
possibly Ness. Like, bitch, if I have to write your shit for you, you're not a successful content creator. Aren't you playing everybody else's shit so that you can have a successful live? And the only reason you stopped doing panels is because people called you out. They called you out or whatever because you was relying on panels just like you were relying on playing everybody else's content, doing that raggedy ass Umar shit or whatever. What those Umar boys do, they play people's content and shit like that. They don't have any talent. You reduced yourself to doing what they do, and your lives haven't really been hitting and shit like that or whatever. So you need to step up your fucking game. And secondly, when last time I went live, the first time I went live on my channel, there was 400 people over there and shit like that or whatever. They want to hear what I have to say. Motherfuckers act like they don't like heat and shit like that or whatever, but they want to hear what I have to say because you want to know why?
Blue.
I'm gonna give my honest opinion, and it's gonna be raw and it's gonna be uncut and it's gonna be everybody's gonna get shot and shit like that. I'm not around here looking for none of you bitches to be friends with. I'm not looking for friends. I'm looking to give my take and get the fuck on and shit like that. That's why my lives are successful. That's why my channel, every time I have a channel, is successful. Bitch, my farewell had over 1,000 people. Nobody needs anybody else for shit, bitch. Why don't you figure out why you on here still begging and shit like that, and why you going to them broke down ass hotels and shit in your own state? Why can't you afford $100 a night? Why can't you afford that shit? Because you said you got a bunch of high rollers around you. What's the problem? Why are you back to buying Happy Meals? Worry about that shit, Ness. Worry about why you struggling, bitch. Worry about that shit. Because we see that you would like to go under your little troll channels and shit. And I know every single troll channel that you're under and shit like that or whatever. So keep playing those stupid ass games since you are banned. I don't know if you blocked out of Jay Wilson's chat, but every time you drop into Jay Wilson's chat, I know exactly who you are. So let's continue to play those fucking games and shit. And some of the and when I do go live, I get more numbers than a lot of than some of these. Never mind, I'm not even gonna go there. But yeah, and there's people that supposedly have successful platforms that copy off of my shit. What are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? And if Heat was consistent, if I was consistent, I know what I can bring to the table. I already know what I can do. I don't want it. Don't need it. Don't need these motherfuckers. I have family. I have friends. I don't need people to validate me on here. I don't need a bunch of strangers to tell me how great I am. I know I'm great. When I go live and when I do my videos and all those fucking things that you bitches copy off of and shit, my commentary that you niggas copy off of, I know what I bring to the table, and I don't need a panel, and I know how to bring commentary and shit like that or whatever by myself. So we're not on the same level, and we're not on the same level at all. I don't even know why you said that, and that's especially when I'm helping you and I'm writing shit down for you and shit like that or whatever, and teaching you how to deliver your commentary so that you can start making your AdSense check. And speaking of Ness and her little LLC and shit like that, the only reason you formed that LLC is so that you can get an AdSense check. Let's be real, and also for the little trinkets that come along with having an LLC. I mean, it's just so basic budget bitch shit. Thinking that you're doing something, you're always behind. You know how easy it is to get a fucking LLC, and you out here thinking that you're doing something? Get the fuck out of here, Ness. Just stop. You're behind. You are light years behind me. You can never catch up to me. But as far as these other people, even the regular adults around here that work regular jobs, you are light years behind these people as well. Because I mean, there's a lot of people in the chat right now that has LLCs and shit like that or whatever. That doesn't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean anything. And also you have it's over your YouTube channel and stuff like that. Like y'all on here for a check. Some of y'all niggas is saying that this is a hobby, but y'all are getting this is paying you and all different types of shit or whatever. And it's like it doesn't even make any sense. Like y'all not really treating it like it's a hobby because y'all get like it's just like it just sounds really stupid. Y'all need this money. Like I don't. Y'all need this attention. I don't. That's why I come and I go as I please and I shut down my channel when I fucking feel like it because I don't need this shit. But when I come live, I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I know how to get a crowd over on my channel. Never had a problem with that. Never had a problem. All of my channels have been good. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these motherfuckers that's talking and shit like that, like oldie. I mean, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there because I imagine if I would have never shut down my first channel. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Every time I have a channel and I bring a channel back, my channel grows like very quickly and shit. People want to see what I have to say because they know I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass. That's why they like to hear Keith's commentary. Because I'm not in a clique. I'm not group chatting behind the scenes with a bunch of adults because I don't have a life. That's what you motherfuckers got to do. That's not what I have to do. I don't have to do none of that. I don't have to be on here for a fucking weak ass penny. Yeah, y'all making pennies on here. It's not enough. Not enough for me to waste my time every single day and be consistent. Now, if we were talking about a certain amount, maybe, but it's not enough for me. It's enough for you
Well, I
broke ass
will say
motherfuckers.
this. Well, I will say this: if B sector is not your ceiling, there is a lot of money to be made, which is why I don't mainly focus on that. But you know what I'm saying?
Why hasn't she helped out
Everybody
Brooklyn,
can't have a
Uppity?
hold on.
How come
Everybody
she ain't
can't
helped
have a
out Brooke?
LLC. Well, because she can't help out herself. But everybody can't have an LLC. I can actually get another one for free, tax exemption and everything. So we all know this. But my thing is this: there's nothing wrong with having several streams of income. But if you know that YouTube, if you know YouTube is your main source, you have to be cautious with how you move on here. You need to, be because if YouTube, I will say this: I don't think it's nothing wrong with because like I said, there's nothing wrong with several streams of income because that's uppity planning on monetizing. But you have to follow to the guidelines. You have to get out your emotions and you have to make it a business. You see what I'm saying? Like Heidi
Yeah,
chose to get her
it's these
name out here
people.
on the business because we're gonna have to address this Heidi because they're gonna say, oh, you wouldn't have nothing if you had to pay me this and this and that. She made a business move. It's not so much that she was into you; it was a business move. She did things to operate her channel for that time being that she wanted to operate it on the level that she wanted to operate it on. But if you are building from the ground up and gaining true subscribers, you have to let them meet your true self. And it's going to be a slower process, but it's going to be a bigger win at the end. And this could actually be a good thing for a second stream of income. But you have to, I'm not saying you got to change yourself for nobody. And I don't support kissing nobody ass. My audience is going to be gained organically. That's how the B sector started. And I also know the B sector will support you in any of your endeavors that you want to go outside of the B sector. You know what I'm saying? Your audience going to let you know what they like from you. I know my audience, they support me down and they like when I try to move my channel in other ways. But the panel is how I repay them. But my audience also have to get used to Uppity not putting up with no disrespect. I'm helping these bitches. These bitches don't give shit to me. I'm giving back to my audience who support me in all of my endeavors. And that's why they got me fucked up. So when you become a fucked up person and you don't even got B sector on lock, because number one, to be B sector, you can't be scary. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand in the paint, and you're going to get those. And you can't come up getting like followers, but you never want to get an audience from somebody that sent them to you because just the same way they sent it to you, the same way they could take them back. We done seen that in the B sector. Okay? Too many fucking times. So if you're going to be in this B sector, stop fucking using the B sector for every goddamn thing. B sector is not your cash machine. And Ronnie Barbecue, she's supposed to be into politics. Why are you trying to do a secret Santa, you broke ass bitch? I need you women to act like, I need y'all to stand on business of what y'all say y'all are outside of this shit. So I think that's more what he's pointing to. I'm guessing because you have to stand on business outside of this shit. The OGs, they would never. They were too embarrassed to beg on this level, and the people that weren't, y'all know they got cast out straight away. But now everybody that's the queen and king. Well, I'm gonna say the queens, more the queens. The only nigga that begs, but I don't think nobody consider him a king, is Official Peen Sucker. I will give it to Roman. He's not directly begging. Lemon begs behind the scenes because Shakim already put the receipts out. He keep bragging about that 3K, but Shakim played the video of him crying about how he thought everybody was going to donate. But meanwhile, nobody in the B sector got none of that money. So y'all raising up these 2.0s, big people, and only thing they doing is selling y'all out for their personal fantasies. And that's weird to me. But I'm not going to complain about it because I'm not a hater. But you have to know the real hardcore Saudi, they're going to move on. But if you introduce them to somebody they think is more B sector than you, that's who they're going to follow. You got to realize the Oregon's a B sector. They don't like nobody that's scared.
Right. And you know, that's the thing, like people are like, did we forget that, you know, back in the day, we forgot that back in the day nobody even watched Ness. Nobody watched her. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I come along, uppity, all these different individuals come along and propel her channel that like it's never been propelled before. And now all of a sudden you're here to try to tell somebody about channels and shit. I'm the one who had to teach you how to do stuff. If he wanted it, he can get it easy, not a problem. And when I had my third channel, I had more numbers than ODS, had more numbers. King Roman wasn't even doing beef sector commentary. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? When I did my first live, there were people like that was copying off of my fucking titles and shit like that or whatever. Like these idiots act like they not watching, but they're watching everything that I do, especially when I go live. They watch everything that I do. Just like I said, they took what me and Dimples came up with the whole lemon shit or whatever, what we found. They took that and they ran with it 8 months later and they act like they came up with the shit. We got Diva Tomboyish over there talking about what she's saying, like, oh
She's
well,
called
I discovered
5150 over
lemon.
here. That no, hold on, Haiti. That bitch don't get no props over here. She's
Oh wait,
called
I'm sorry. No,
5150.
she's not getting no props. I'm
Fifty-one
we
fifty.
telling
No,
her.
I don't give that name can't even mention.
Okay. Well, I'm just
She's
saying
referred to as 5150.
people are
Yeah.
trying to take credit for shit that we already done came up with. We didn't already did. You know what I'm saying? So I already know what I bring to the table. Just like when I brought those fucking intros to the table, and now you bitches want now after that, after you seen that she had her intro, y'all wanted to get intros on y'all channels. Y'all wanted to spoof up and spice up y'all channels and shit like that or whatever. I'm an innovator. I don't copy off of people. I like to be original with my shit or whatever. Y'all didn't have no fucking intros until Heat brought the intros over to Ness's platform. And then I heard bitches saying, oh well, I want an intro and I want this. Even Intrinsic weak ass, she wanted an intro and shit like that. She was asking me to do one for her. So it's like stop fucking talking. Y'all still don't have good intros to this fucking day. Nika's intro's whack. Brianna's intro's whack. We had to drag her fucking intro just so she could stop playing that fucking women's empowerment bullshit intro that she was playing. That sister stupid ass song that she was playing on her channel. Pizarro's intro sucks.
But hold on,
That
Haiti.
spaceship intro, Pizarro's spaceship intro sucks. Sucks
Haiti.
ass.
Haiti.
Jay
Haiti.
Wilson still don't have an intro for his channel. He don't have shit. Like y'all don't come up with nothing and y'all copy off of people. I'm supposed to be a newer content creator, but I'm coming up with all this shit that y'all just bite off of. It's so whack. So that's why I'm like, let me remove myself because y'all still don't have it together. Y'all channels still suck. No innovation, nothing creative about it. Y'all all share a brain and shit like that or whatever. Clearly, and if y'all such great content creators, who came behind you? I can easily say that I started off on Pizarro's platform, and she's helped. I mean, and she definitely propelled my platform. But as
Well,
far
she said you
as
paid her. She said you paid her. But anyway, let's
but
go out. You know, I'm all about. Well,
see,
no,
but no,
hold on, Edie. You know, I'm all
but
about.
you're but I was gonna say something
Edie,
to
you've been
add to
going
that.
on,
But Uppity,
Edie.
I'm gonna say something to add to that. So don't even do that to
I
me.
know.
But
But before you do
Uppity, I'm
that,
gonna tell you something. Don't do that. But
before you
like I
do that,
said,
no, I'm
no,
trying to.
no, but I'm trying to tell you something. Listen to what I'm trying
Okay,
where
go
I'm
ahead.
going. Shut up. So like I was
Don't
saying.
look
No,
at
no, no, but
you. Go
listen
ahead.
to where I'm going. Like you gotta let me do this. So what I'm trying to say is that all these idiots out here are talking shit, and who has a successful platform? Who came behind these idiots? Who came behind after who came after Ness? We can't give any credit to anything Shakim is doing, because we know that Shakim, he copies off of everybody else's shit. He uses everybody else's content. That's not a real content creator. His whole channel's a whole copy bullshit. It's a whole fake. It's a whole plagiarism channel. So who else came behind you? Have you helped out Brooke? Brooke needs a check. Malik needs a check. Why ain't you help their channels out? Since you got all the fucking answers, why ain't you help them out? Because you can't. You're too stupid to help them out. Now, could he help their channels out? Sure can. I could do better with their channels than you can. And I don't have to sit on the panel to tell Brooke what she can do with her channel to grow it. You do. You think helping somebody out is y'all sitting on somebody's panel. That's not helping them out. But if you can, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. So, like,
Hey,
who have
thank
they
you.
helped?
So I'm trying to bring you back in. So I do chat engagement over here. So we was asked a question, and I see a couple more comments came and referred to you. But before we get to those, they said, if the two of you had to appoint a queen and king currently, which two CCs would get a crown based off active, consistent content creators?
I don't have a currently uh
Well,
the
clearly you think,
king. Okay,
Pizarro and Brianna is. So I guess you choose between two of them. Go ahead, though.
well, I don't know. But you're not getting what I'm saying, Uppity. I'm
No, I
literally
get what you're
saying
saying. No,
no,
no, I
no.
was
But what I'm
joking.
saying is, I'm saying that they are the most consistent. Never said that
Right.
they
So
was the queen of any.
that's what this
So
question is based on, Heidi.
okay,
That's the only
so
thing I'm saying. Okay,
okay,
go
but
ahead.
don't disrespect me though, because I'm not giving you that energy.
I'm not disrespecting you.
Okay,
I'm literally
okay.
go
Just
ahead.
we're just being sure. So what I'm saying, well, you go first with that question, because
No, you go ahead, child. Go ahead.
no, because I
Because I'm
want to
trying
hear
to
who you think is the
I'm
consistent.
trying no, I don't want you copying my answer. I'm
Who?
trying to seal my blunt
No, I'm not.
before
I
I've
already
been
have
trying to
my
get
answer.
you so get you don't have an answer. I don't either,
No,
but
I have
I
my.
want to okay, I don't, and I want to seal my blunt because I've been trying to get you to answer this question for like 5 minutes. So go ahead. I'm gonna seal my blunt and I'm gonna
All right.
answer. Go ahead.
So who do I think would be considered the king? Right. Well, if it was based off of consistency, consistency
The
alone
question
would.
is on the screen, Edie. Question's on the screen.
Right. But let me. Why do you keep doing that? Like
Oh, I'm
I
sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. What I'm saying is that with Jay, it will have to be probably Jay Wilson, because he's more consistent than all the men right now.
And the queen.
Uh, Based off of if it well, do we? Okay, let me ask you this, Uppity, to answer this question. Do we want to answer this question based off of consistency alone, or based off of like commentary? I
It
mean,
wasn't my question. Let me read it
no, I'm
again. They
saying,
said
but which one are we
no, they
really
said
basing
based
off of?
off. No, I want you to answer it based off the question. They said the question is based off active, consistent content
Oh,
creators.
well, of course. If we're going to talk about who's consistent, then we have to talk about, it would be Jay Wilson. He's the most consistent male content creator. Yeah, he's the most consistent male content creator. And also for women, it would have to be probably it would have to probably be Pizarro. She's the most consistent. I mean, she's the most consistent. She's more consistent than Brianna.
Okay, and then my answer would be this. I like that new guy. B Sector Cartoons. I think that um because at first he was like kind of winning, but I like his consistency now that his views went down and he's still standing on his business and he's still standing on his business and opinion. So I would go with B Sector Cartoons for the male. For the female, I'm gonna have to go with Deanna. Okay, then now
Okay,
that's answer.
but
Hold on, let me go.
do
Go
you
ahead.
think that like, I mean, I like Deanna's good and stuff like that, but is she consistent? No.
Yes, yes, she is.
No, she's
Yes,
not.
she-
Because I'm when we talk
How
about
you? No, no,
consistency,
no, Needy.
wait, no,
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 because
no,
I'm gonna
Needy.
tell you why. I'm saying because when we talk about consistency, whereas I'm talking about consistent, which means would be uploading daily. She doesn't upload daily.
Yes, she. Well,
No,
number
she
one.
doesn't. I just looked on
No,
her
no,
channel.
no,
I
no,
just
no,
looked on her
Needy. Let me
channel.
finish because no, let me finish. You first have to ask me what I consider consistent before you have your debate because consistency. Because they said active and consistent, right? So
Mhm.
that's subjective. I don't expect anybody to be able to upload on a daily basis because, as you know, the B sector world turns. It's, you know, you can't keep up because people say one thing in one live and do one thing in the next live. So I feel like as far as B sector terms is when I look for a B sector representative, I'm looking for somebody that's going to be unbiased and I mean, well, not biased and not scared either. So I don't want nobody that's scared to say whatever to anybody. I don't give a fuck if you go on live every day to kiss somebody's ass or present a narrative. You somebody put it a battery in your back through that shit don't count to me. It's quality over quantity. And Deanna goes live regularly. And she gets her numbers, and more importantly, she keeps her people. And Lady Dimples is in the building. What up, Lady Dimples?
Well,
Um, and then
but
Tana said that. Hold on, Heaty. Did you see this? Tana said, "Uppity, I exposed this heat last year for buying subscribers and views for all her channel." And he's trying to say you're mentally ill. Go
you
ahead. You
didn't
want to
expose
respond to
it.
that?
Like what? I never bought anything from my channels. The only time I bought anything was on Nessa's platform. So you didn't expose anything, bitch. We're still waiting on you to come up with a go take somebody to a restaurant. First of all, you already and you know what? Before me and you got into it and I exposed you for being DL, you was like one of my biggest fucking fans. I still have a clip where you said I was one of your favorite content creators. Now all of a sudden I'm buying and this and that or whatever. No, I don't have to do that. People actually, you look at the comments and you look at the engagement on my channel. You could, I mean, well, when my channel is up, you'll see that people, ever since I've had my first channel, I've had hundreds of people in the chat with no problem. Don't have that, didn't need to do anything. So you sound fucking stupid, Talent. Secondly, like I said, why don't you take somebody to a restaurant that doesn't require coupons and then you can talk to me, bitch? I'm still waiting on you to top the W, nigga. I'm still waiting on you to do that, faggot. I'm still waiting on you to do that because we know that you give the bulk of your money. You couldn't even spend over $100 on a fucking meal. Well, it probably was. Well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't even a 5 star. You still have not missed. You still have failed to meet that mark that you was trying to compete with me. But the problem is, Talent, is that you trying to compete with somebody that has longer pockets than you. You can't fuck with me, Talent, because you know I know what you really do for a living, and you don't have it like that. Just like all y'all dudes is some perpetrators, and the biggest portions of money that you give to the men, the hundreds of dollars that you give to the men, um I mean, well, or the money. I mean, the bulk of the money that you give is to the men. It's not never to the women. You know. So you need to figure that shit out. Figure out your sexuality, Talent, because I've already clocked you last year. So you can't. All these bullshit stuff that you're trying to come up with, nigga. You won't even be see. You don't even show yourself on camera. You're supposed to be this and that or whatever, but you won't even show yourself on camera. At least I came on camera, and I probably will come on camera this year as well. I might come on camera this year as well. Will you come on camera? Will you stop being a bitch and coming on camera? Just like you was bragging about how fine Sassy was, and then we seen her ugly, droop face ass, Bell's palsy ass bitch.
True.
We seen her dirty
We
ass.
feel
Like,
true.
like you don't like stop acting like the shit that you do is so fucking top notch. You surround yourself by brokies. This is why you can never be in the same room with me, Talent, because I'm gonna be able to outspin your ass on any occasion. I'm gonna be able to outspin your ass. My money's longer than yours. I don't go to restaurants that have coupons. That's your life and shit like that. Because Ness thought it was a good. She thought she was doing it big by going to a Brazilian chain restaurant, but I don't think so. You gotta have to do more than that. That's why you gotta hang around brokies like Ness and Lemon, take them to stupid ass speakeasies and shit like that or whatever, and they still wasn't impressed for a cheap ass $500 and shit like that. Like, and take them to eat caviar because you think that these brokies are beneath you, Talent. You see, I know what you're doing, but you can't play that game with me. That's why you ain't never been around here. You can easily bring your stupid ass to LA and come out here, and we can see who can spend the most money. We can see whose pockets are longer. That's what we can do. But and I was waiting on you. I was waiting on Talent. I was waiting on Talent after Miami because remember you said you was going to outdo the W.
Mhm,
We
mhm.
still wait,
Can
wait,
I
wait.
say
He said
something?
he said after Miami, he said he was going to outdo the W, and he said he was going to throw his own thing. I'm still waiting on you to throw your own thing. You still ain't did shit. You still ain't did shit. You and Sassy take people out to $300, $500 meals, and that ain't even nothing. That ain't even nothing. And also, and that wasn't even a meal. The speakeasy wasn't even a meal. But the last
You have to
restaurant,
let me
the
talk.
last restaurant that you took,
Heedy,
wait, wait,
you
wait. The
are
last
ranting.
restaurant was
I
worth
know, no,
two.
Heedy, no,
Wait,
Heedy, no, no, no. I waited, and you're not waiting because you
yeah.
asked a question and it's been answered. Hold on. That's why I say you have to. It's a back and
No, I'm
forth.
answering Molly's
I know,
question.
but I
Shut
know,
up.
no, no, you're ranting at this point. So, and
I'm
you said,
answering Molly's
Molly said,
question.
hold on. Molly asked Talent, he said, and Talent, did you use a coupon on Five to Go Chaos?
That's the
I'm
place.
guessing
That's the
that's the
place I'm
right.
talking about. Yeah, he
Yeah, and that's
did.
what I was trying to calm down. I know you don't read the chat, but I do. So, Talent answered the question. Damn. Let me find the answer. Okay. Molly, we didn't go to Fago. That's the real story. So he's saying that they did not go there. And also, I just want to say this as well, because I see you got a lot of tension on you. And I don't know if Tyler's going to do his vacation, but if you guys are trying to have the biggest, the largest pot, you and Tyler can do a duo with Send Uppity Cash Out. You giving them out, he giving them out. It's secret. We just gonna see. So we could do
Well,
a duo with
that's
that. You
that's
don't got to
nice.
do no that, but oh no, 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 no. And to be fair, when you got that hotel, Ness was eating you out. Talent is really not getting anything out the deal. So we cannot compare unless Ness is gonna go give him head. It's unfair for him to pay
We
for a hotel for her and he's not getting anything out
no,
of
no,
it. And
no.
Ness gave you head. I'm just
No,
saying.
but
I'm mute.
but see, that's where your mind. I don't know where you're going,
It's not with
but
my
no, no,
mind. That's
no.
what
But
happened.
Talent said.
That's what
But
happened.
listen,
Y'all
I'm
was there.
trying to
No,
tell
no,
you.
no.
But
It's a
I'm telling
different.
you
No,
what
we got to
Talent
keep it
said.
fair.
Talent said after Miami. Talent. Listen to what I'm telling you, because you're doing crazy stuff. Talent said after
No, no,
Miami.
no. That's
No,
what
no, no.
happened.
I'm
Go ahead.
answering the question. Talent said after Miami that he was going to throw his own shit. So pay attention to what the fuck is being said. He said he was going to throw his own stuff. He was gonna throw his own thing, and he still ain't did it. We still waiting on you to top what I did. We're still waiting on you because I don't know why these dudes be trying to like compete with me. But nigga, first of all, your pockets ain't longer than mine. Not at all. HR,
Do you know
not
this
at all.
restaurant?
So what are we talking
Do you know
about,
this
bro?
restaurant?
And
This is where he said they went. He said Molly is called Grill from the. I can't pronounce that word. Do you
I'm
see the
not
thing on
even the
the?
one who put out the restaurant. Who put out somebody had a live and they said that was
Well,
where
he's
y'all was at.
correcting you, so I'm just saying this is the restaurant he's saying that he went to. And I'm not. I don't have the wrong idea in mind. I'm just trying to tell you, like when you say certain things, like you got to realize, even if he did throw his own thing, because at the end of the day, would you have paid that amount for the room for her to stay by herself, or would you got you a room and maybe because I'm talking about not dating. She's just a subscriber. Somebody, I mean, she's just a CC you're going to meet. There's no
Well,
sexual thing
no,
involved.
no.
Would you pay for her to stay in a room as equal as yours? No, you
No,
wouldn't.
it's not. I
So we
wasn't. I'm
have to
not
be
talking
fair.
about. But I wasn't talking about him doing anything for her. He said that he was going to do his own thing for his. But he was meant, and he also mentioned Sassy during that time. He mentioned that he was going to do his own thing, and him and Sassy, they was going to outdo Heat and all this other shit or whatever. We're still waiting on that. The bar has been set. You still ain't did shit. You still ain't did shit. Even with a fucking whatever. Even with a dinner, you still ain't topped me. Even if let's pretend the dinner was as much as the speakeasy. Still ain't did shit. That wasn't even been a night at the W. So stop playing with me, talent. Your money ain't long, and even the $100 bills that you give, like I said, you give the 100. If now uppity, you would get a fat cash app. You would get a fat cash app if your name was Lemon. If your name was Lemon, you would get a fat cash app. He's giving a lot of cash apps to Sir King. He's giving a
Anybody.
lot. Sir, he's giving a lot of
Yeah, you can't help anybody. But no, no, I wasn't even asking for a cash app because talent doesn't do cash apps. He said that to everybody. But that's why I was trying to tell you guys, if you guys want to have a
uh,
biggest the largest contest, you both can. I
super
can
chat.
open up the Amazon I'm not monetized. But I wouldn't
No,
do
no, I'm
super chat
saying.
because I
I mean, I
wouldn't get
meant to
all the
say super
money. I
chat.
want Uppity to be benefactor, all that
Right.
shit. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying. I
So
meant to
I'm
say
just
super
saying,
chat though.
hey, if you and Tyler ever want to have a pissing contest, just let Uppity know.
We don't need
Y'all both
to.
y'all gonna have okay.
I
So
already
then,
won. I
let's
already
move on.
won.
Then let's
I
move
already won.
on.
I'm waiting on him to outdo the W. So until then, he can shut the fuck up. Nobody cares what he has to say. And let me tell you something, talent. My platform is way better than Sassy's. I'll tell you that. My platform is way better. Why don't you come up with a platform and we can see who outdoes, who wants to listen to your voice? Didn't they say the other day on when you was on Lemon's panel that you put people to sleep? Like who are you to ever talk about in your whack ass music that you put out there? Who are you to tell somebody what they do on their platform? People are literally copying off the shit that I do, copying off the information that I put out on people. I don't do that. I don't have to do that. We're not in the same. We're still waiting on you to top the W. You still ain't did that shit. You took people to a speakeasy and you fed them caviar. They weren't interested. They're from the ghetto. They don't know shit about that. Nobody cares. So shut your whack ass up, talent. You're on the DL and you just don't have it like that. We proved that. Sassy thought she was doing something. See, that's why you and Sassy make it such a good couple because y'all do low budget bitch shit. Sassy thought she was doing something by taking Sheffy to she kept on bragging about the $300 she spent on Sassy. That wouldn't have did shit at the W either. There was a Mr. Childs at the W. And if you know anything about Mr. Childs, then you know about Mr. Childs and things like that or whatever. But it's not hard to ball out in Seattle because they don't even have a lot of 5-star hotels in Seattle to begin with. The best they got is what, a Four Seasons? Even the raggedy ass hotel, that dated ass 1965 hotel that Ness was staying at for the $100 a night. Like I said, the high rollers did not come through. None of y'all came through, and I just think that's really sad. None of y'all came through. Y'all got to do better than that. Y'all got to put y'all money where y'all mouth is. But this
Not
is like
telling
the
you.
second time.
Yeah, he's on a roll. So I'm trying not to. Anyway, so talent. I agree with you said of her. Just getting a little back about the quartet assume because y'all gonna say I'm biased if I say Sean Bradley's still the king. Ain't nobody touched him yet, but he is not active, and that was part of the question. So Sean Bradley's not active, but to me, ain't nobody topped the king. That's why he's the king. I really like him the king. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. But as far as these men that's out here right now, nah, they got too many places they don't touch. The real kings and queens, they gonna touch on every goddamn thing. And the women never been scared. But y'all, unfortunately, the ones y'all got on top is the scary ass hoes. That's why these other sectors coming in taking over from these dusty ass niggas to these weak ass bitches from other sectors. And they come run rampant on y'all supposed to top dog. That's why Uppity always reminding people Computer Back and Pizarro are not OGs and never will be. Deanna's still around, and so a couple other people they'll pop out. I wouldn't be surprised if since Jay Wilson apartment got exposed, Heidi Five and pop out too. So yeah, it is what it is. But like I said, I'm not putting no weak person on top. I'd rather build up somebody that's never scared because that's how the beef sector started. I mean,
Dude, I mean, it's just like, bro, like just sit down, and shut up. You know, I mean, it's just like unsolicited opinions coming from people who have never ever even had channels, never ever be able to produce anything. Why haven't, if you have so much knowledge, talent, why haven't you helped out Sassy's channel? Why did Sassy have to put like what did she put? She put something on membership that was recent and shit.
I agree, HA Sweetie. I think
What she
Lemon
said?
has his own sector. HA Sweetie said, I honestly view Lemon's channel as his own thing outside the B sector. Me too. Because he's not even from the B sector. He's from Avatar Nation. You know what I'm saying? So he's not even B sector. He came over there using Nest, but like I said, that's these 2.0 women problem. They self-esteem so low, they so easily gaslighted. And when these niggas turn around and do better than them, they want to come back to the same women they stepped on to build these men up, saying, support me. No, bitch, ain't nothing women empowerment about you, you weak ass, low self-esteem ass bitches. But we got to be fair. You be going in on talent. At least he came in the chat and said something back. You can't be mad. You did
No,
start.
no, but it's not. No, it's passion. It's not even mad because I'm like, bro, like you still haven't did what you said you were going to do. The difference is that I do what I say I'm going to do and things like that. You don't, and that's the problem.
Let's go, talent. Me and talent been in a relationship over 2 years. He don't deal with
Um,
sassy, raggedy ass. And no,
but
you got to be fair. He
but I
even
was
because
referring
sassy. No,
to.
no. Let me say this. Sassy is the delusional one. She even was going as far as going around to the point that talent had to get on the link. That's why I said talent is alpha, and he's a fucking asshole, and I love that for
But
him.
see, that's the
He went on
problem.
link. Well, let me finish, Edie. Yeah,
Okay.
he said he went on link and he said, "Sassy, you have to stop this. Stop including me in your beef. This has nothing to do with me. We been broke up. Leave me out of your situations." And then when he went and started speaking to Uppity, she had a whole group hug on her community wall. And talent, I never seen him try to punch down. I've never seen talent like most of the niggas in the sector right now. So I will always, and I've seen talent give money. Like he's giving ghetto money for a section we know he all not attended. So I've never seen talent crowdfund for anything he has going on. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen him do it. He's always said he doesn't do cash apps. He do super chats. And I'm not one to say, and he always say he loved that ratchet ass shit. He says that. He
Yeah,
says he
yeah.
licks
He
down with
he
his
he
rich
likes to
friends
gossip.
and he called them bums, not white. I'm wifey. So he said
But
he called y'all bums. Yeah, so he said all of
I
this, just like
I
Juicy said all of
was
this. Yeah, let's go.
I first of all, I was referring to the year where him and Sassy was dealing with each other. And you said 2 years ago. That's very interesting because wasn't the Miami trip was 2 years ago, and that's when you said it. That's what I was referring to, talent. Get your comprehension together. Get that shit together. Figure out what the timelines of what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about today in the present. I'm talking about what you said in 2023 that you still haven't beat me, talent. You still haven't did shit. But you said you got long pockets, but every time you do something, it's always a budget filled adventure. It's always on a budget. And it's just not, it's just very sad. It's very sad.
Okay.
And it's very
I'm gonna
sad
say it
that
again. I'm gonna say it again. If you two ever want to have the biggest of launches, please feel free to have a duo in uppity Amazon. That's all I'm gonna tell you,
Mhm.
people. Other than that, we can move on because we're
Yeah,
not gonna get
we
a
definitely can.
competition.
Definitely
Yeah,
can because
I ain't got a problem
he
with it.
doesn't, we got to talk about people who actually have channels because we're wasting our time talking to him because like they said at Lemons, he puts people to sleep. So he's irrelevant. Anyways, anyways, so what else is going on, Uppity? What else do we need to discuss?
Hey, Vibrant Low, we didn't get to touch on sincere not whatever the
Oh yeah,
fuck's
what
that weird
happened
bitch
over there?
building. Okay, let me tell you this, right?
Yeah.
So what happened, like I tell you, I think I got a messy ancestor because I don't watch that weird ass bitch. I used to support her channel, but I stopped because she's a mammy. And now, you know how normally when you try to say like Tulsa has any good quality redeeming skills about herself, and I
Yeah.
usually tell you, hell the fuck no, absolutely not.
Hmm.
I seen a slimmer what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I also seen what you talk about how she too flip floppy, right? Because she flipped Stefan, right? As far as like making him think he was comfortable to stay on the link because he's a runner, he's a track star. So she's like, I love what you and Ness did, and then dug the claws in, and then Stefan ran. Because he was even saying, oh, you didn't start off the conversation that way. She made him comfortable. He made him comfortable, right? But then Cecilia D, I hadn't watched her in a while, But all of a sudden
Mm,
she's cursing, and you could tell she's trying to be something she's not, acting like she's giving this big gangster tough talk about how you stand on big business and saying how Ness is a controlling ass bitch. I'm paraphrasing, but basically that's what she said, right? I mean, she was talking tough Tony shit about Ness to Stephen, and then Stephen, to his point, he did make a great point. Like, I get what you're saying, but it seemed like it's kind of one sided because it seemed like you ain't got none of that shit to say. Because he's absolutely right. Everything she's saying to him could easily apply to Shakim, right?
mm.
So out of nowhere, so they was going back and forth for a while, and then out of nowhere, Ness jumped in the chat. Her whole demeanor and sound changed. Ness hit the link, and all that bravado just disappeared. And one thing I'm gonna give Tulsa, she was trying to keep her on that same energy, and that bitch bowed all the way the fuck down. So I don't know if you saw it, but you had to be there to see it. It was disgusting, and I'm so that's another thing I'm talking about. I'm tired of these weak ass bitches trying to elevate themselves, cosplaying as something that they're fucking not. So I'm not supporting any bitch. That's why I used to support. She's not B sector, but I always try to go support the people. But this is where y'all lose my support when you don't keep that same motherfucking energy across the fucking board, bitch. That's why I will never. It has nothing to do with like or dislike. You a weak ass bitch. You a weak ass bitch. I feel like computer back and poverty has a place in this sector, but it will end this, but it will never be at the top. They too scary, too bummy, too broke, but I don't stop them. I don't care about their blessings. Like I feel like everybody deserves a cheerleading squad. That's just my opinion. Everybody deserves their own cheerleaders. But at the end of the day, and when it comes to me supporting people to be on the top, especially like me, a person like myself, even if I had the time, I would never want to do B sector content 24/7. That's just not the energy I reign in. Not to say I don't enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not me 24 fucking 7. That's just not where I'm in at life. It wasn't even where I was at life before when it started.
Well, if
But
we're
yeah,
being
that's
quite honest, I think that I think I couldn't even stomach to watch her because she just puts me to sleep. She's another talent.
right, right.
Um, what I was gonna
No,
say?
I
Oh, I
like
wanted to
talent. Go ahead
ask
though.
you. I wanted to tell you that. Let me see. Why do y'all do that when somebody talks about somebody? I like that person. Like we understand. We get it. But
No, I know,
anyway,
but we
because
talking
that's
about
kind of
something
like
else. But
fifth
I agree.
grade.
No, only because I agree with you. But I want you to answer my question. How do you feel about her trying to give advice to Stephen about Ness, only for Ness? And Ness is the weakest, one of the weakest bitches in the B sector. So
Mm.
the fact that she towers so fat, and I know you didn't see it, but you had to hear how she was trying to preach to him about standing on business, only for Ness to come in the chat and her to cower in less than 1 second. And Ness is not even a beefer.
Well,
She go ahead.
we
I
we
wanted to
know
hear. Go
she's
ahead.
scary. We know that she's scary, and this has the ability to intimidate stupid people. I mean, I don't know. And then like you said, she was back on Stefan's panel, and but the question that I'm like, well, why has Stefan and Ness what is that about? Why are they interacting again? That's what I wanted to ask you. What is your take on that?
Oh,
You're
I'm
on mute.
sorry. What happened? No, I've been waiting for now the packages to come.
Yeah.
They just came. My bad. What you
I
just said?
said I said Ness and Stefan. Like, what do you? I said, well, do you hear my response to your question?
No, the as soon as you start
Oh, okay.
responding to somebody
I
knocked it. Go
said
ahead.
I said Ness has the ability to intimidate stupid people. So there you go with the whole
Oh yeah,
Saida thing.
true,
But we
true.
already knew Saida was not a strong person or
No, I
whatever.
just
We
wanted to
didn't.
make you aware and commentate on that.
Yeah. And
That was self-explanatory. But go ahead. What else you asked me?
what is your take on the whole Stefan thing or whatever? Like, um,
I, I know you told me about it, but to be honest, I did not see it because I just know that's why I said Neska never could be sit or talk to me. She goes around finding weak ass people that's gonna lick her ass, and that's not entertaining to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially now that she is such a grimy ass person, and like most people that will go back and forth with her don't want to be bothered. So she has successfully surrounding herself with a bunch of do people on the panels and people that she deals with. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm,
normally don't watch, but from what I gathered watching that Sincere and Anita live, they were saying that Shaquem was basically crying about how, because I didn't think that was, I thought that was crazy. Him, Shaquem and Stephen was good, but Ness, like, she likes to play the middle to be chosen. And if you look at them poems, she didn't have that. So I feel like a lot, and not just Ness, a bunch of them, they like to go to the B sector, so because this is the one place that they can be picked, they can be popular, they can be
right.
important. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Ness is a very nasty, mean individual, and you cannot be nice to people like that, because at the end of the day, she's gonna try to triangulate you from any way. I see her collect these dusty ass niggas that are so desperate to get put onto YouTube, and most people would not be bothered with them. But when they come to the B sector and they meet Ness, Computer Back, and Poverty, they see they can be triangulated because with as far as like these women competing for their affection, attention, and all this other type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
they play into that and ignore everything that's obvious, and they love it and they eat it up. So that's what Ness around herself around. And then she also likes to throw these dumb broke niggas at you because they don't really have anything but YouTube, and they don't really got YouTube. They more got YouTube B sector. So she likes to try to use her imaginary clout, but because people don't understand how the B sector runs, it don't work like that. Because I'm pretty sure Shaquem was in a shock for his life when Deanna hit YouTube Camera's panel. It's certain people you don't play with, and that's like to put these people out because she know better. So she likes to put these underlings out here, and you know, and it's just not gonna go well. And not only are you gonna get ate up on the link, your subscribership is going to go down. It don't even got to be them. They're going to play with your page forever because these people have built the orders organically. These people have been with these people. That's why I say I want to build, because I've been seeing the beats at the world. So I like to build my audience organically. It's not a numbers game. It's a support game. Like, who gonna really rock with you? Because we are humans, we are allowed to make mistakes. But if you one of those channels that got your support because somebody sent you over there, when the times get hard, these people are damn sure gonna abandon you, and you're gonna be out here looking like Room Shaker, being gaslighted by the B sector, making you think you're something that you are not. Because
Oh,
the B sector plays all day.
that's what
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna ask you. But we'll get into that. But the room shaker thing or whatever, like, I heard her she was airing out her grievances. Did you get a chance to watch Trisha's live from yesterday?
Yes, you told me about that Heidi, and I
Okay.
shared it. But I was
But
because
because
you told me about it, because you do. Heidi does love her some sisters. I don't fucking know why, but I will say this because I don't like that weird ass bitch. She's still not standing on business. So I see in the beginning she's giving Poverty that business. Now I think that everything Trish is saying about Poverty is exactly right, and now you see Poverty swirling, and for a vulture like Ness, she got her just where she wanna. You know what I'm saying? Because Poverty, and I say Roman too, he gave good advice as far as that. Poverty is too attached to so quote unquote loyalty, but I don't think it's real loyalty. I think it's they got things over each other's head. So Poverty constantly messes up relationship of people, because to me, out of all of them, she's the most likable, you know? So but they'll come step in when she's gaining any traction outside of them. But when it comes down to support for just what she's into, they'll sit there and step back. But they'll mess up anybody that was supporting her, and she's allows it. So you're not a victim. And plus, she does grimy shit herself. So you got your own little skeletons to be sitting here doing this other shit because they ain't gonna do it for you. So I believe that Trish was right in that aspect, but I don't know how she gonna talk about probably look better than me when she knows she doesn't. I'm so tired of Trish, you low self-esteem ass bitches. Well, when you do your 2026, whatever you got going on, get over the fact that you ain't got shit on me, bitch. I put a community post on my wall the other day. When you hit a little girl and you, the real woman, will stand up, then you will know and understand how I feel about the way I feel about myself. And I don't have to go around letting niggas that don't even like you above a paper brown bag call me a ugly ass booty scratching bitch. And I seen you let Lemon call you all type of bitches twice. Meanwhile, he's been crying on his live the whole night because I said he a dusty ass nigga I wouldn't date, even though he knew that before he brought me the screen yard, I did not ask for her. Okay, so yeah, don't be mad at the game. Be mad at don't be mad at the player. Be mad at the game. Stress. Heal your fucking self and stop worried about me. And now you getting in your feelings about poverty, but she could never do me like you do. She do you, bitch, because you taking my talking points too. But I think you just finally coming into awakening. But you're not that full because up you didn't bother you, bitch. I actually tried to support your weird ass. That's why I took my share back. But you go
But
ahead.
okay, and also because I also heard an interaction with Room Shaker and Tris. But before that, but you there was something else that you mentioned. I remember we was having a conversation, and you mentioned Brooke. She's not getting her something about her birthday pay or her
Yeah.
birthday begging,
She
birthday
went
begging.
on Lemon. Yeah, she went on Lemon to ask for a birthday shout out. Now this was during that Seattlecation. So I was in the cloud, so I wasn't looking at the chat. But when I heard that, and then I heard probably hit the link, and she was a happy birthday, bro. That's what made me hit the link because I wasn't fucking with Lemon like that. Because he
Mm,
got Brooke up something he volunteered. So I said, Poverty, did you send Brooke a cash app? Because see, because Poverty needs Nest. Let's be clear. Poverty does need Nest. Nest was very valid in the fact that she helped her build that channel. Just like I helped Nest build her channel, just like you did, and a couple other people that don't fuck with her no more, right? So Nest, she did the same thing and had the same attitude. That's why she's at the same place as Poverty when people don't want to fuck with her. But anyway, so I said Poverty because Brooke, when she trying to get up in Nest's good graces, she brag about scamming the intel out of 2,500 or whatever the fuck it was. But in the same token, she want to brag about how she's a boss bitch, which we know is not the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's good karma. And I think like she had to beg Lemon. I bet you my last dollar, Lemon didn't send her shit. And
so
nobody in the chat was, no, they was like, why you ain't ask Ness? And I said, yeah. Why didn't you ask Ness? Ness threw me a whole birthday party. If I pretended to like Ness, which I can't even do that because she makes me sick, she would throw me another one.
right, and keep in mind because we're going into this thing where people are talking about content creators, or people trying to control other people. I have never ever had a problem with Uppity being over there at Nest. Never ever anywhere she goes, because she goes places that I don't like, and I go places that she doesn't like, and stuff like that, or whatever. That's when like it's a real situation. But when you're dealing with people who it's another type of thing, then it's a different thing. But so you're telling me that Brooke did not go over to Ness's channel to beg for her birthday cash apps. She went
No.
over to Lemons.
And I'm not only telling you that, I'm also telling you Ness didn't even give her a shout out. Not a community wall shout out,
Oh,
not a shout out on the live, not a shout out on the short. And she was in Seattlecation. I'm pretty sure
mm,
Ness would have took the time to be like, hey, y'all make sure y'all give my Brookie some love. Or Ness could have said, throw a party, Brooke, and I'm gonna hit your link.
oh no,
She didn't
no.
do none of that shit.
But let's not do that, because this kind of reminds me when we go back to Rodney. Remember, because it's just like Ness is not being considerate of her people. If you got people that are in those group chats, Ness, that you told
Hold
me
on, we
about,
got another Ness page. Is every show gonna lead back to Ness?
oh my
I'm new
God,
here, so I'm
I
just
I
inquiring.
could
If
have
you were new
sworn
here, I don't get enough views for you to be seeing me, baby. Ness, stop it. But go ahead. I'm telling
I
the
could
truth, and I
I could
said
have
that on Lemon's panel. I think, or no, it was YouTube cameras. I don't give Lemon no content if I can help it. It was YouTube cameras panel. Go ahead.
I could have see this is what I was talking about the other day, uppity with this, because it's like, oh, you're talking about that energy, but I could have sworn, I could have
Hold
literally
on, let
sworn
me tell you this. I don't
that
give a fuck. Ness does panels about me. Ness does panels about Heidi. I don't give a fuck. And even if she didn't say nothing about me, this is B sector content. I'm gonna talk about that shit.
yeah, we
Let's go.
will talk about it. And also, so the thing is that we I could have sworn that this commentary was about everybody. It wasn't just about one particular person. Everybody. Anytime me and uppity are, or any even uppity and dimples, anytime that everybody that we're dealing with each other and stuff like that, or we are on a live together, we are going to talk about everyone.
Yeah,
We're
hey
not,
Black
in
Pearl.
cliques. We're not in
Hold on a
cliques.
second,
We're not
Edie.
in
Hold
group
on a second,
chats.
Edie. I know that. Hold on, Edie. Hey, Black Pearl. See, Uppity has a small intimate setting is over here. I know all my supporters. I know my cloud watchers. I know the people that drop down from time to time. Because unlike some of these CCs like Ness, I'm not insecure. See, Ness, you be over there when people drop down in your chat screaming at them for supporting Uppity. I don't never scream at nobody for hating on for supporting you. So none of only person that used to come over here with that bullshit was feminine shit. You know what I'm saying? Who be quiet on James' platform. And I already pointed that shit out. See, you don't got no real core supporters. And the B sector didn't like you. That's why you couldn't do shit organically. You had to grind and still for everything you fucking got. Just like the rest of the 2.0. Uppity doing her shit the organic way. I don't give a fuck about you, bitch. But if you do some real weird shit like you constantly do, I just cherry pick. I could talk about you every day if I felt like it because you give me reason. I just don't. You're way more worried about me and Heidi than I will ever be about you. So I've been said that. Stop having your groupies follow me, but I'm gonna talk about anything you do that's weird. And yet that shit was weird. Just like it's weird every time Barbara Warren drops on your chat. Don't support uppity, weird ass bitch.
Yeah, Barbara Warren is like that old lady needs to get a life.
No,
But
I know Barbara Warren. We're not gonna do her. Let's move on. Go ahead.
and also what was I gonna say? Oh yes, with Brooke and Ness and her people, she did the same thing. Remember, she did the same thing with Rodney when his father passed away, and Jay Dunn, out of all people, had to remind everybody to give, to let us know that Ness didn't give a shit about Rodney's father passing away, nor did she send any condolences until she's seen everybody else doing it. It's just goddamn. And it's like Brooke is in the secret group chat. So why didn't you acknowledge her? Why does Brooke got to go to somebody else's channel to beg? That's the thing I don't understand, Uppity.
Hey, do you have personal knowledge of her being a super group chat? Because
Yes,
everybody has exposed Ness for talking shit about Brooke. So
yes.
she was in a super. How many super group chats she's gonna be in before Ness tell her the truth? Before people get exposed on how she really feel about her. Jay Dunn has done it. I have done it. Like
Um,
so, how secret is those
well,
group chat?
around the time that Ness called Malik a fag, this was around the time that me and Ness were still cool and stuff like that. We were talking as friends, obviously. And she told me that certain people are in the secret locked group chat, and then there's people who are on the outskirts. She said that Shakim was not in the secret group chat because he kind of pissed her off, and he wasn't in the secret, but Brooke is in the secret group chat. And that when Brooke, people was calling her out in the secret group chat, the NBKs, the dad, no,
Oh,
Dabna's not
that's
in the
the
secret.
I didn't say that.
Dabna's
Now I be
not.
getting tea.
Wait. The Dabna's not in the secret. But like the intrinsics,
My baby. No, I said I'm gonna shut up, Heidi. Calm down. I said I'm gonna shut up. She
I
give me
didn't say
tea. That's what
anything.
I said. Okay, go ahead.
So Dabna's not in this. I don't know if Dabna's in the secret because Ness has two different group chats. She has some of the outside, the outsiders, the people that she doesn't really want to be into whatever business that's going on, and then she has the losers that's inside the secret group chat. And Brooke is in there. And like I said, when that thing happened, when Ness called, her people called her out. She told me that her group chat was talking to her, and basically when they hold her accountable, she says that she goes like a few days or a few hours without even responding to them. And because they hold her accountable, because they were like, well, why did you disrespect Brooke, and why is this happening? Anytime that they hold her accountable or say something she doesn't like, she says she ignores them. So of course we see that, yes, Brooke being a part of the secret group chat, why wasn't she able to beg on Nessa's platform? Because Nessa wants all the money to herself, and she knows Nessa's a selfish ass bitch. But I tried to tell, but Brooke thought she had a friend, so that was okay, and that's
Well,
okay. Brooke still thinks she has a friend.
can I say this, Heidi? I don't think Ness respects Brooke. Brooke is annoying and the
She
ass
doesn't.
kisser, and she doesn't bring nothing to the table. And it's funny that you said the secret Brooke, because I have several emails and Ness knows it. Just like I said the same thing about Sassy. Like Sassy, you can kiss her ass all you want to. Before Ness exposed the pics, I was like, Ness, I want you to call me a lie, because I didn't necessarily put out that text message because she was talking shit. I'm like, girl, you got these people in your face. You know how you feel about them. But anyway, yeah, I remember her emailing me one day because she kept trying to get me to be a part of her group chat, right? I guess at that time it was the public one, and I was like, no thanks, whatever. And then she was like, well, she hit me up. She said, Uppity, I have another group chat, and Brooke, I already talked to her, and she already knows. And if you guys remember, this is around the time I used to be on her link, and you seen Brooke trying to kiss my ass, and I said, I don't like you. I don't like her. I don't know what part I don't know what part y'all don't understand about that. And she's like, no, she's gonna be cool. And she had her kissing my ass on link. And I said, no. Then Ness came back to me again. And she's like, Uppity, Black Rampage is a part of the group. And I said, girl, I don't give a fuck. Don't get me wrong. Black Rampage is sexy as hell. And at the time when he was on YouTube, he said he'll hit my link whenever, because y'all see him on my link. So I said, I don't care if Black Rampage is in your group. This, like, I think he's a sexy guy, and I love his attitude or whatever. And I was like, I doubt he's really single in real life. Not that I'm looking to online date, but even if I was, he doesn't give me he could be single, because I see how you women eat up these basic ass bums. So I can imagine a guy that got his head on his shoulder and a couple of dollars in the bank. So no, I'm not joining your group. So I believe what you say about that, but I also believe that Ness knows that she's broke, and I just find it hard to believe the secret group chat was really going up for Brooke, because Brooke is an opportunist, and how Ness did her Las Vegas trip, I don't think she wanted to pretend to go to Seattle Cation, because we all know she's broke, and that's been established. Because if you see when she thank people, like Brooke, I don't know, to this day, do Brooke even got Nest memberships? But the people with the bag, he showed slight respect for, which would be what's that girl named Intrusion? Like
Right.
Intrusion, after she copied 5A idea for a gift bag, because 5A talked about it, because she talked about how cheap her trips are and she don't even do nothing because she's a selfish ass person. So after 5 brought that out there, she came out there and I guess people was giving her too much credit for the gift bag. So maybe the secret group chat got her together, because she had to come out here and say that, and Intrusion paid for that. And then Intrusion probably paid for that in order to compensate for not going to Nestcation, because she wants people to do fees she can't afford to do for herself in her own city. So yeah, it's giving Intrusion and splitting her money between Ness, her kids, and BBLs with the high BMIs.
When
Yeah,
I think of the group chat aspect, I mean, as an adult, Brooke is damn near 50 years old. And we're talking about people
52, but let's
bragging
go.
people bragging about being in group chats, like, and it just gives me a fifth grade energy. Like, that's not a flex. It's just so, like, you guys don't have no friends in real life, you guys don't have a life. I don't have that kind of time to talk to people like that behind the scenes and shit like that. Like, even when I,
But he did. She says she loyal. So,
yeah.
and I'm not saying money equal loyalty,
Who,
but
wait, who said
Ness is
that?
struggling. Broke Brooke. She says she's so
Oh,
loyal. She gonna go up for anything. She's so loyal to Ness. So everybody know Ness is struggling. We put out the poems. We put out the shout out to Lady Dimple. She gave them receipts. Ness is in. Jay Dunn said it's traffic court, whatever. But she clearly struggling on bills. So if you couldn't make it, and you can't even buy a membership to help keep Ness afloat, and she need the money, she not getting the check she used to get due to that first pay she lost. So why you can't show a little bit of loyalty? What is Ness membership? Ain't it less than? Isn't it like $5? But she's
I don't
using
know.
Ness name to get on these platforms and claim she's so loyal. You know, loyalty, especially you talking about you big mama banks, you got a bag. Can't you at least get her a membership?
Well, that girl Precious 314 that cussed Ness out during Pizarro's birthday party. Actually, and I wanted to mention Pizarro's birthday party was really nice because they really did have Trish brought over a beautiful cake and with champagne for everyone, and I think that the cake was delicious. I just wanted to say that, and she exposed the lady I don't know if you've seen that lady cussing us out on at Pizarro's party, but like
No, I didn't. Go ahead. No.
she lit Ness up, and she exposed
I
that
seen
ever since
Brian curse her the fuck out, and that was funny as fuck. But
right.
I'm gonna go
e-
look at
e-
it. I'm gonna go look for that one. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna send you the timestamp. But when she did that, she actually went over to her channel, Precious 314, I believe. She went over to her channel and she basically said, like, Ness ain't said a peep to anybody, ain't been talking shit or whatever ever since she got like a membership. I think she got like a gifted membership. But ever since that girl got a gifted membership, she said Ness has been like scary and she ain't been like saying shit or whatever. So I thought that was pretty interesting, but we know that Ness is scary. These motherfuckers trying to make excuses for why they ain't going back and forth with Five Babe. Like I can't, me and Five Babe had in the beginning we did not get along, and we had a brief little thing or whatever, but it wasn't like we weren't beefing or anything like that or whatever. So it's just like, why are these people that y'all are calling, like, they're not even going after I went after everybody, you know what I'm saying? But these people don't have no hearts, they weak. And I don't ever want to be associated with nobody's 2 point anything because these people don't move like me. I go after anybody. So the thing, yeah. So and Uppity will go after anybody. We don't have no. There's nothing holding us back from anybody. We don't give a fuck who you are. So we just see how scary a lot of different people are, and we just don't operate like that. We don't operate like that. I don't pick and choose who to go after and shit like that. Whoever got something to say, we can make that happen. But um Uppity also, are you there, Uppity? Because this is something that you hit home the other day. Uppity Negro, got us?
I'm listening to you.
Okay. I'm at the thing is that the other day you made a point that when Ness used to DM you, you said that she basically is being fake with Pizarro because she used to smile, she's like she's doing now, smile in Pizarro's face, meanwhile Pizarro's channel's getting hit. And she would talk about how she about to flag Pizarro's channel. What did you mean by that?
Hey Gigi. What I
Hey,
meant
go ahead.
was like when I this is around the time. Well, like, she said it to me several times, but to me this is a moment because it just goes to show because they like to say, "Oh, we've been like that about each other." Well, no, not really. She was on Poverty's platform talking about some how they argue all the time, but they always get back together, da da this and da da that. And this is what, and then this is around the time for the 88 thing, right?
Uh,
When 88 was flagging her, but mind you, I had no previous knowledge that her and 80. Well, I was on a live, but I felt like it was squashed the way they ended it. But I didn't know that she had went live and her actually started battling after the live. We was all on together. And so she, in Poverty, she likes to kiss up to 88. See, when you could, and Poverty has a habit of kissing up to people. So I guess I'm just guessing. I don't know. She kissed up to 88 more than Ness. So Ness is like uppity. I'm coming to your live later. Mind you, I didn't know her and 88 had problems. She was like, because I said if I use your live, you use mine. So she know Poverty could use my live. She was like, don't tell her that she can't use your live. And she was like, and if she uses live, I need can you give me permission to be your representative so I could flag her? And I said, sure. Then I wound up canceling that live because of everything that happened. And then I turned around and asked her the same thing for computer back. She gonna tell me to go on live and ask Octavius.
So she was trying to strike Pizarro's platform.
After she said that they were well, not sisters, but they've been friends, and that's what they do. They go back and forth. Everybody got to stay out their business. You know the whole spiel that they do. Yeah.
Pizarro
And
is
I put the
playing.
receipts out, Hedy. I put the receipts out, so it's not like I'm lying. And that's got really mad at me. And the reason why I put those receipts out because I had your back, and I don't know why she got mad and wanted to put my address out and then act like that was okay. Like, bitch, that's not okay. And then you keep representing my daughter, and that has a deep secret hate, and she needs to heal that little girl in her. And I feel like anybody that has genuine liking her, she's gonna take advantage of that and try to run you through the ground. And I think her obsession with Nyla is especially weird. Because unlike Ness mother, I love Nyla to death. It's not my fault your mama spit on you. But because I hate I don't want to say I hate myself because I can never hate myself, but I'm very disappointed in myself for not seeing who she was sooner. I need to see the danger she was to my daughter before I recognize the trauma in that weird bitch, but I blame myself for not seeing that the trauma I see in her does not outweigh the hate that she has for Nyla. Her jealousy doesn't stop with grown women. She even hates on little girls she wish she could have had the life of. I mean,
That as well. And there was something else. There was something else that recently. I mean, I just think that Pizarro is like, go ahead and keep playing around with people who don't really like you, and your channel is gonna be gone. I mean, I really don't have a high, like, people are like predicting like whose channel is gonna go down next. Like, it's not hard to, because we know. Nessa's plenty of times has smile, and because that's something similar to something that, when Smile in Pizarro's face. Meanwhile, you trying to take Pizarro out, you trying to take her
but
channel
poverty
out.
does the same thing though.
But
Poverty,
Pizarro,
maybe not so much trying to
but
take people out, but poverty
but
is a hate as well. I think
and,
they
and
yin
that
to
might be
yang. But
true. But we
but
but
go
we
ahead,
but we
Hedy.
need
I
to be
gotta
able to
hold
keep
on, Hedy.
we
Let me just say this, Hedy. I was gonna say I'm about to go on mute because I'm trying to hide these boxes before she come home. So go ahead. If
Okay.
you don't hear me responding, I'm listening. I just can't respond. Go ahead. Hey, CEO.
And there is a thing where, like I said, Pizarro's playing a dangerous game, but she could be all the haters she wants. She's not touching nobody's platform. And that's the problem. When I had my channel, the recent time I had my channel up, she was trying to take out my community wall post and shit like that, trying to take out videos, the little video clips and shit like that or whatever. Videos came right back. Counter notification, all that shit, all those shit came right back. You know what I'm saying? Even when audio tried to take my video, that video went right back up. You know what I'm saying? It was bro, you're not even playing this game fairly anymore, because I don't touch your shit. I don't touch your channel or anything like that. But it shows like who is above who in the situation, because obviously Ness needs Pizarro. Pizarro does not need Ness. A lot of people, Pizarro's people, I mean, a lot of Ness's people come from Pizarro. A lot of Ness's people come from Phi Babe. A lot of Ness's people come from Kimmy. None of these people who are considered these big 2.0 whatever, they don't even have their own people. Their people are borrowed from, they have secondhand people from Pizarro, Brianna, and other freaking camps and shit like that. So I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. So that is the whole thing. And also borrowed commentary as well, if we really want to get into that. But everybody's supposed to be so much better than certain individuals. Well, why are you always doing shit? Just like I had to put an announcement on my community wall. Like, why you supposed to be the number girl and stuff like that, and you're supposed to be doing so well, which you weren't, until YouTube cameras, gave Shakim a redirect, and he redirected that traffic over to your platform, because when Ness channel got terminated and she came back, she wasn't getting no numbers. So she had to borrow she's basically borrowed numbers from a lady that she didn't even like. I mean, just useless. Never, I don't have to do that. I never ever asked for a redirect in my life. So I don't know what that's about. You know what I'm saying?
And I heard that when I was listening to that weird bitch. well, she don't need a name, but y'all know somebody I didn't normally watch. They were basically saying Mantoso was basically saying that Shakim seemed heard about that Ness made up with Stefan, but you gotta realize Ness ain't doing the numbers that she used to do. Hey Queen Q Possible is mostly because of damaged relationship. And I just feel like Pizza is somebody Ness would tolerate, but it's just kind of like I think Pizza and Ness relationship could be summed up like this. That's why I never encourage women to build up a man. Sometimes it'll work, but majority of times it doesn't. You remind them of the struggle. They want to get with somebody who didn't know them as the broke, dusty ass niggas they was. You know what I'm saying? They rather get with somebody that see them as the powerful person that got it going on. Even though Ness doesn't have none of this, but she's way able to pretend more versus like people that know her that help build her like Pizza, right? So
Mhm.
Lisa reminds her of her struggle versus somebody like Brooke that needs her. She's seeing Brooke with probably poverty saw in her. You know what I'm saying? A bitch that's needy, down bad. You know what I'm saying? That and Q Possible, my babe. Yeah, they really don't like each other, but Ness really can't stand Pizza. Exactly, because Pizza doesn't like that. She thought Ness was gonna be somebody that I could give you a little trinkets, but you ain't about to top me. And when Ness did, that pissed her off. But when Ness can't keep it going, that pisses her off. So she never really want to get with Pizza because she doesn't want Pizza to be able to say again, I build you. I did this. I did that. But Ness is so self-sabotaging, she can't really build these outside relationships without using Pizza's whole plan. She's treating people like Pizza treated her. And she knows that's going to be the outcome. So I guess she's trying to get ahead of it by not even um encountering anybody that's going to be in competition. If you look at the people that she got around her, they're not attractive. They're not giving no eye candy. They're not giving no good content, and they're mostly annoying. When they try to sprout out outside of her, they're really annoying because not only do they not really got good content, they come with that ass kissing. And you know, unless Peace is cool with Ness at that moment, Ness gonna get dragged. And if you try to do anything above that, you're gonna get dragged too. You know what I'm saying?
And let's
And
not forget, every time Nessa's numbers go low, she goes over to Pizarro's.
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So Ness knows there's no real loyalty there. Like Ness see Brooke for what she is. Yeah, the Ness numbers is getting low. Ness is here go Nala Bus. Any closing words? I'm gonna meet. Go ahead.
Well, the closing words would be talent, shut your bitch ass up, step your fucking game up, and you still ain't beat a dinner's not gonna beat the W, bitch. Get over it, you DL loser. Also, shout out to Pizarro. Hopefully you will be able to keep your channel because Ness is gunning for your channel and shit like that or whatever. Just want you to know that. And Brooke, you thought you had a friend, but you didn't. Keep begging over at Lemons. And that's all. This is only a one and done type of thing. Uppy, hit me up on the back end if anything.
I got you. Thanks for coming through. Great live as always. And shout out to all my people for stopping through and showing out. I really appreciate you guys. I got like less than 1 minute. I got to get downstairs for Nala Bus because you know they be cranky about it. So I can't stand that broke bitch either. And let me tell you something, Q Possible. I got something for that bitch. Let Brooke say anything about me or Nala. Let her fat ass nasty. Oh, let me not get started. I'll probably be back live, do my 1, 2, 2. But yeah, anyway, I'll be back. Let me get out of here. Y'all have an amazing day. Thank you for coming down. Because Ness is hating on my beautiful mods and shit and supporters. And let me tell you something before I go. Don't put, well, I see I wasn't. Don't put uppity and none of that shit. I am so appreciative of all my supporters, male and female. Sometimes uppity don't even be online. Y'all hit me up with a cash app. Y'all hit me up with a good note on IG, and I take it all. You know what I'm saying? I take it all because I be going through my moments some days, and those IG messages, those cash apps, no matter the amount, it cheers me up. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I be feeling by myself. And here come y'all come through supporting me with a nice note or cash app or y'all drop down in my chat. And that makes me feel special in a share. So I don't know why these people that get way more support than me crying. I'm in love with mine. And I appreciate you guys. Later, you guys, mom lifetime. Mwah.
know how you treat me. You ain't gonna meet a me every day. Anybody who had me and lost me regrets me to this day because they can't find another me. I am not run of the mill. You ain't gonna just get this close to a me. You ought to be glad you sitting next to me, that you even got my phone number. Do you know how many people I blocked, I unfollowed, that I ghosted, and I still let you close?
I'm not the bigger person. Leave me alone, I go too far. When somebody does me wrong, I'll catch a case. Beyond the first 48, I know I'm petty, but I can't walk away. Oh, you be safe if you don't play in my face. Don't wanna end up on the first 48, first 48.